cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick Guerrilla Cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, Guerrilla Cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. Would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao,
did we win the toss?
Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh,
okay.
Asif Din, Václav
Yes.
Havel, Graham Saville.
Everything would have gone off because
No
Bears had gone out of team view.
Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara,
We'll still be on air.
Joseph Stalin,
I'll get up and fix it
Douglas Jardine,
after the intro.
Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket.
Well, welcome to Guerrilla Cricket. Welcome to a special Guerrilla Cricket, because it is the Women's World T20 final from Lords, England against Australia. Both sides have a 100% record in this competition. Australia have won it 6 times. They're going for an incredible 7th. England, well, they've never lost a women's final at Lords. They won the first edition of this World T20 back in 2009. Charlotte Edwards was captain then, and Elise Perry was playing in the Australia side that lost to England in the semi-final of that tournament. Australia massively have probably the upper hand, realistically, between these two. They've won the last 3 T20s between the two, and if you count the warm-up game, then they've won the last 4 as well. But England are at home, it is Lords, and well, they're unbeaten, and they've got faith and belief in themselves. Right, the toss, Australia won it. They've put England in, which interestingly, Grubby and I were saying, what would you do? Obviously, we were sat in the car driving to Lewisham, but we both said, well, we'd like to bat. We'd like to put a score on the board, and we think it's probably the best time to bat, particularly for a 3:30 start. We'll give you the team news. Can tell you that for Australia, the main doubt was Elise Perry. She's in.
Yeah.
So they will line up as Georgia Vole, Beth Mooney, Phoebe Litchfield, Elise Perry, Ashley Gardner, Georgia Wareham, Annabelle Sutherland, Nicola Carey, Sophie Molyneux, Kim Garth and Lucy Hamilton. And then England, I suspect, pretty much as per the semi-final against South Africa, Danny Whitehall, Jamie Jones, Nat Siver Brunt, Alice Capsey, Heather Knight, Freya Kemp, Danny Gibson, Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston, Lindsay Smith, Watford fan, sits in the upper Graham Taylor, not far from me, every week. Poor girl. Poor girl being a Watford fan, really, and poor girl, she sits near to me, and Lauren Bell. Now, I've got to go away and do a couple of little running repairs. I'm going to leave Grubby to chat to Messrs, who, I should have introduced. Messrs, father of Blanche the Goose.
Really?
And
I'm not entirely sure that's correct.
There's a whole story there.
And the professor of prolific podcasting from the Podchester University is none other than the man on my right, Grubby, who's going to have a little chat with Messrs while I go and fix some things.
Okay, yeah. Hello, Messrs. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Grubby. I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
This should be a great game. Both the teams are unbeaten.
Yeah.
England have learned how to field, which is a big change from what they were like, and I think it changed the whole performance. Although there have been a few catches put down by both teams recently, but either way, I think it could go either way. Well, both captains said they would have bowled first because they think there might be a little bit in the wicket to start with.
In which case, I'd say it's probably a good toss for England to lose, because I think, and I'm going to be shamelessly partisan here, I really, really want England to win this. I know England are massive underdogs, and rightly so. Australia, a phenomenal team, but I think the best chance of England winning this game is to bat first and get the runs on the board. I wouldn't fancy as much in a run chase in this scenario. So I think, get those runs on the board. Also, two incredibly experienced teams. In fact, England probably just slightly more experienced. They've got 5 of the starting 11 have played over 100 T20 internationals as compared to 3 in the Australian 11. As I say, still very, very experienced. And actually, I think one thing it might come down to here is the respective strike rates. So you've got the likes of Georgia Wareham and Annabel Sutherland and Phoebe Litchfield, who all strike at about 140. And England have only Freya Kemp, who strikes over 140. So I think that could prove the difference, or one of the differences, as well as that psychological hold that Australia undoubtedly have over England at the moment. What are your thoughts?
I don't disagree with you. I think the other thing is that Australia are very intimidating as a batting team. They basically bat down to number 11.
Yeah.
Because they've got at number 11, they've got coming in, what's her name? Oh, sorry, Kim Garth coming in at number 10.
Yeah.
Kim Garth would probably be 5 or 6 in any other T20 international team.
Yeah.
It just goes on and on and on. So it's going to be really interesting. I think Australia's key players will be Beth Mooney and Elise Perry.
Yeah, I mean, absolute stalwarts. Elise Perry, possibly the best women's cricketer that there is, or arguably has ever been. I mean, she is an absolute phenomenon. She also played football for Australia, didn't she, when she was about 20 years old?
She did indeed, yes.
So she is an incredible sporting specimen. I'm going to give you a couple of jingles here. So England's openers, one of them is going to be this woman.
I'm eager to praise Danny Wyatt. Oh, you know she plays for the Vipers in Sussex. I want to know what she thinks of 100.
And her opening partner is England's wicketkeeper, this woman.
What do you know? Amy Jones is down to throw. She'll fuck you up. To get the millions is her lunch.
Should have given you a warning before that one, but I didn't know that was going to happen. So Amy Jones, the wicketkeeper, and Danny Wyatt-Hodge, who has been in phenomenal form in this tournament. I think it might still be the leading run scorer in the tournament. Scored just under 300 runs, I think. Didn't get any runs in the semi-final. And I don't think we have a jingle for the woman who's going to open up for Australia.
Well, we do. We just haven't managed to load it yet.
Yeah, we don't have it in the car. Don't worry.
It's going to be Kim Garth.
Kim Garth. Party time. Excellent.
Kim Garth, you're having a laugh. Although, probably not if you're one of these two England openers. Lords is absolutely chock full as far as we can see. It's an unbelievably beautiful sunny day.
I just hope the pavilion is too.
Yeah, my son's there with his mate as well. Go on, Bertie.
We shall find out in a minute. Kim Garth does have a slip. She's bowling to Jones, who leaves it alone, taken behind the stumps. And there is no run. Amy Jones, the first to take strike.
Big old swing there outside the off stump. Fairly gentle.
Gentle swing, I think you can say. She struggled a bit, though, Amy Jones, in this tournament. She hasn't really... She made 53 in the first match against Sri Lanka. Since then, 9... 8 versus Scotland. Not so many. That one's away beautifully. And is it going to be fielded? It is. And it's half fielded. 2 Australia fielders just timble and tumble. And I think it finally, I thought it rolled along the sponge.
It's got to be 4, isn't it?
I think
I'm pretty sure
An
that's
attempted
4. I
pull
think
inside
Amy
edge,
James is
run
away.
down to long leg, isn't it?
It was a bottom edge.
Yeah.
Or an inside edge down to fine leg. It was thrown back, but then the backspin took it up
hit the
against
sponge.
the sponge. It actually
I'm
hit the
giving it.
sponge. Georgia Wareham was the second fielder to fling herself at it.
Why can't they just call that? They saw it hit the sponge. Why?
Well, it's a bit crazy,
Come on.
isn't it?
Spirit of the game, messes.
What? Am I supposed to take responsibility for this?
I was asking for your opinion.
Oh, very much a 4. Yeah.
There we go.
But,
Eagle-eyed from the Perth weather cave as ever.
yeah.
4 without loss. England up and running.
don't
Unbeaten, of course. Both these sides are unbeaten in this tournament so far. England relied upon a fantastic partnership between Nat Siver-Brunt and Heather Knight, wasn't it? Of 133.
Yeah, the 2 old
The most-
stages
The 2 old stages.
got us out of trouble really in the semi-final.
Yeah. That
Brilliant
was,
partnership.
Australia generally more comfortable getting through against West Indies. That one's cut nicely, but there's a fielder at backward point. They will take a single.
Pitch looks nice,
It'll
actually.
bring Danny White-Hodge on to strike. Pitch, yeah, it's got hints of green,
Yeah, it looks hard
but
and
it
firm.
generally looks, as Grubby says, pretty hard and firm. Almost looks sort of
Hard and fast.
hard and firm, sort of like a lattice work, but very sort of closely. If it was a
Interwoven.
mat, interwoven, yeah. 5 without loss though, only 3 balls. She's bowling from the pavilion end. When we have the chance to have a look, we will answer that question for you, which is just how full or not is the Lord's Pavilion. We're desperately hoping it's very
It's
full.
a full house.
We can tell you the Compton and Edrich on both sides of the media centre is absolutely rammed full. That's a clever ball. It's beaten Danny White-Hodge, who sort of wasn't quite sure what she's going to play. I think she started off thinking I might try and run that down to third, and in the end was a bit indeterminate with what she wanted to do. Oh, it was an inside edge in the end.
Was it? Was it a drop then?
Well, I was onto the toes of the keeper, so I don't think you could really call it. It would be very harsh to
Okay.
call that
No,
a
I think it
drop.
went straight into her gloves, didn't it? So
No,
that's
they
it.
said onto a boot.
Onto her boot.
See it again. All right.
She's got big gloves. She hasn't got particularly big feet, as far as I can see. But it was the feet that, that it hit. In comes Garth again. That's short, wide, cut to backward point. There's a
sharp.
fielder down there though. It'll just be a single. But it's a decent start for England.
Yeah.
Although they've had a couple
Oh,
of
it was
moments of
onto
luck.
her own boot. Yes, it was. Sorry.
Yeah. Onto her own.
Oh, well, the pad actually.
There's a pad.
The
It
knee.
popped up and ended up down.
Oh, but still, Beth,
Ended up down
Beth
by the
Mooney's
knee.
missed one there. I mean, that's just sort of popped up, just plopping behind the
yeah.
stumps there, and she didn't sort of go for it even.
Yeah, that's true.
Big missed opportunity. I'd
So
say.
last ball of the over from the right armour, still the slip in place. It's a bit floatier, driven,
Great
but
fielding.
driven and a fantastic stop at cover. Diving, one of the things that separates or has separated these sides. It was Sophie Molyneux who was the fielder in the covers there. Dived to her left, goalkeeping style, and got everything tidily behind it. England been criticised for their fitness and fielding. That's massively improved. I think we've seen the evidence of that in this tournament. But is it up to the same
So-
level of Australia? We don't know. Messers, who's with us?
Leah says hello all. Normality
Leah.
RL Taylor says, hey there, wasn't expecting you to do this. Let's do this, England.
Let's do it.
Lucky Six says, hi peeps, come on Aussie. Varong just says Wibble. Al Hodgson says, no, Alana King is a big call. Well, they haven't played her in the last couple of games either.
they haven't.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think they're 2 unchanged 11s from the semis, and probably
Yeah.
from
They
the
are,
team that
yeah.
played.
I think Alana
most
King
of the
would
tournament.
only have found her way in were Elise Ferry not to have
Yeah.
been fit, and she had, what was it? She
Yeah.
retired hurt, didn't she, in the semi-final, and it was described as a quad awareness. Well, I'm aware of my quads, but that doesn't mean there's
Increasingly
necessarily
so.
anything wrong with them necessarily, apart from the fact they're
what
getting
a
old.
what a quads. I haven't got, nobody gave me any.
Hamilton, In she comes, wide of off stump. I'm going to be
Ooh, very
quite keen
wide.
to see.
Was that not
been
given wide?
there. Not given as a wide.
Jesus
no,
Christ, that was about 3 wides.
Well, it did look rather wide to me.
I
I've
think
gotta
it's
be
just
honest.
across the green line.
We're looking at the cues. Well, they're ambling in slow motion, but I think that's because they're showing a slow motion montage of people entering. There is a slip. It's floaty outside of off stump. It's taken. Australia have their first wicket. Amy Jones has had another failure, I'm afraid. She was looking to steer that, but it steered it straight to gully. Hamilton has a wicket with her second ball. England are 7 for 1. And Australia will be thinking maybe putting England in wasn't a bad choice.
The crowd says, the crowd says,
Yeah.
the crowd says you're out.
Fourth, fifth slip or gully,
Yep.
it's hard to say.
I'll
But
jingle the bowler up as well.
Another bowler from the Aussie bowling factory, Lucy Hamilton.
well, Lucy Hamilton
Yeah.
has got her final, or first wicket of the final, without any runs against her. So her figures read a rather appealing, if you're a bowler, 1 for none, which is not too bad. Or, of course, if you're Australian, it would be none for 1,
And
depending on which way around you want to look at it.
Captain Fantastic coming to the crease.
It is indeed.
Everywhere has a doctor doing his best to impress. Everywhere has a skiver in a mess.
Lovely bit of Slade there. I wasn't expecting that. Fantastic.
Wow. That just blew my ears off.
Fabulous.
Reminder, of course, Australia have won this 6 times. Not the last time, though. So they're looking to get that back. That's beautifully crunched away by Nat Sciver-Brunt, away through extra cover. That's going to be 4 runs. That's a pretty good way to settle your nerves in a big final.
But she is one of those players who looks like she plays without nerves regardless of the situation. She has that real quality about her, doesn't she? No.
I mean, I think that's not a dissimilar
It's a
shot.
rubbish ball first up, to be
Well,
honest.
it was.
It
to
was
be
a bit
fair.
of a free your arms freebie.
England have only won it once, and that was here
09.
at Lords in 2009 against New Zealand. They beat Australia in the semi-final. That's bottom edged. Trickles apologetically towards Georgia Wareham, who's come scurrying in from cover.
Just got to be a little
There
bit
was no
careful
run.
out there, haven't you? Because just there, you get ahead of yourself like Nat Sciver-Brunt did in that second ball she's faced. Just that inside edge, and that can clatter back onto your stumps.
It was very well taken. It was by Vol, the opener. He took it on the dive, judged it very, very well. 11 for 1 England. It's another not great score for Amy Jones. That's full and floaty by Hamilton. Steered into the offside by Nat Sciver-Brunt. When I say full and floaty, I think it's a bit unkind because it's probably an intentional slower ball. Really.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah. Do you think based on her jingle we should be calling her Nat Sciver-Brunt?
Somebody once told me off for getting the pronunciation of her name right.
The pronunciation?
The pronunciation.
Somebody tell one of us off for pronunciation flaws.
Yeah.
Surely not.
Yeah,
Not
well,
on this
I can't
show.
remember who it was. Right, Hamilton in. Oh, it's past the outside edge. There's a bit of a loose, wafty drive from Nat Sciver-Brunt. She knows it too. You can sense she's a little bit angry with herself. But it's a pretty decent over. It's a wicket and just a 4, I think, from it. And we can go
So
for more
bef-
messages, Messrs.
Before messages, perhaps one of you might like to hop up between overs to let Al Hotchkiss into the room.
I can do that. I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
We've got a few overs.
Clip
Al, just
Sky.
bear with us.
Yes, at the end of the
Says,
next over.
thank you for keeping us entertained while we pretend we're working.
Who's working on a Sunday?
Says,
Some people have to.
I think he's in a dog grooming establishment.
Oh, well,
which
dog
is
groomers never
probably
sleep.
peak. Yeah. Rich Turner Music says, G'day all, Australia play like one ruthless organism.
Yeah.
England are the battling, tenacious underdogs.
Very much.
Dara Azizi is with us all the way
Goff
from Arizona.
in, cut, beautifully cut, but there is a fielder at backward point, as we know. Been picked out again, so it'll just be a single.
Yeah.
Score ticks on to 12 for one.
We've seen some lovely shots in that area already, haven't we? About 3 or 4 times.
We have, but none of
There,
them
but no, no,
pick
but
out the
you got a
fielder.
fielder there. He,
That's why they're there, Gross.
in the power play, yeah.
That
Restricted,
is
of course.
why they're there.
Yeah.
What other body parts are you aware of? I
Oh,
mean,
all
I'm
of them.
aware of most of them. Yeah, I'm aware of most of mine. It just seemed an odd choice of phrase to me.
Quad awareness. Yeah, it does sound.
It sounds like something you'd have a week for.
Yeah.
Just to make sure people know more about your quads. It's Quad Awareness Week.
I've got a lot of stomach awareness going on.
Right, Garth, in she comes. Well defended, just dropped down to her toes by Nat Silver-Brunt. There was never a single there, and Garth it was who fielded off her own bowling. I might as well tell
It's
you.
funny, she dropped it in front of her, and it bounced up, and she almost nodded it into the bottom corner.
She did too. Maybe she's been watching too much of the World Cup. What a weekend for sport!
Oh.
What a weekend for sport!
If you like rugby as well, there were about 6 incredible rugby games yesterday.
I haven't got the headspace to include the rugby.
I've not seen one single point of the tennis at Wimbledon.
I watched
just not enough room.
I watched the 15-year-old smash Jofra Archer yesterday, but I thought England.
Yeah, he didn't get many though, did he?
Played very well.
I am
Certainly
watching the
baffled.
Grand Prix as we speak too.
Well, there's the Grand Prix. That one's defended into the offside. No run again. 12 for 1 still.
That's definitely not getting my attention.
Then you've got this major
it's pretty
World
dull.
Cricket final. Then you've got England playing football. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Thank God.
Technically speaking, it's not the weekend anymore because it's Monday morning, isn't it?
It'll feel like the weekend.
It'll feel like the weekend. Pubs are open. If you're listening outside of the UK, pubs going to be open till 5 in the morning on Monday morning. What state are people going to be in?
What
Tipping
could
into
possibly
work?
go wrong?
What can go wrong there?
Well,
Kim Garth, in she comes. That's very full. That's worked nicely off her legs through mid wicket, but well fielded. They'll only get a single.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. It's been misfielded. They'll come back for 2. Bit of a
Good
bonus for England, but take everyone they can get.
Lords looks an absolute picture. Loads of families there, as I say. My boy Bertie's there with his mate Charlie, and he went to the semi-final as well. He's having a right old time of it.
Well, isn't he?
Well, I'm grafting away here.
Well, it's just one long round of pleasure when you're that age, isn't it? And so it should be.
Yeah.
He'll have plenty of years to be worrying about mortgages, marriages, and
children.
the rate of inflation. He's, now's
Hatches,
not the
matches,
time
and dispatches.
Now's not the time to be doing it.
Yeah.
There is no better place to be today. That's Fuller defended into the onside by Nat Silver-Brunt, and again there was no run. 10 innings, 82 runs and 3 dismissals head to head when you look at Garth and Silver-Brunt. Is it Garth, am I right, who is also Irish? Have I got the right
Yes.
player? Yes.
Yeah, she'd played for Ireland before she actually came
had.
to Australia.
Oh, right. Had
She
I
did
didn't know that.
indeed. I can just tell you very quickly the umpires today, then I don't have to worry about it again. Jacqueline Williams of Ashton Westmoreland in Jamaica. Should be Rinda Ratti of Mumbai, should be the other one, and Kim Cotton. Not Dot Cotton, Kim Cotton, for a Kiwi from Auckland, should be the TV umpire. You never know, these things have a habit of changing, but that was my intelligence as of yesterday. 14 for 1, run rate a shade under 5. That one possibly just rocked England on their heels a little bit, certainly put a bit of pep into Australian steps.
Up to the stumps, Mooney, for Silver-Brunt.
She is indeed. Keeping her honest, keeping her rooted, not letting her stray. That's full again by Garth. Defended into the onside.
Such good disciplined
Is
bowling, that.
no run. 3 overs complete.
Yeah.
14 for 1. 6 for Nat Silver-Brunt. 2 for Danny White-Hodge. And we can go back to Blanche the Goose, who was keeping a watchful eye on her boss.
Thank you.
Messers.
And remember your promise to Al. Brown in
shit.
Brisbane says,
Not gonna do
afternoon all. Hoping for an Australian win here to make up for the rugby loss yesterday.
Oh, that was a hell of a game. Hello, Brian.
Wasn't it? I don't often watch rugby, but I was pleased to watch that. Rich Turner says, for football fans, Elise Perry is Pele. Nat Silver-Brunt is Gordon Banks. I'm not quite sure why. Dara Aziz says, is it third man or third woman in this game?
Third. Just third. I mean, it's one fewer word to say as well, so everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
And Lockie says, quads, do gorillas have abs? Well, not that I'm aware of.
Well, I mean, somewhere under there, yeah.
They're there. They're still there.
They're still there.
They're
yeah.
just not as six-packy.
They're just
as
hiding.
A gorilla six-pack is literally a six-pack. You don't see
There we
see
are.
too many around the ribs, unless we've come up with some sort of clever body device to smuggle beer into places you shouldn't have beer.
And when we talk about ribs, we're talking about pork ones in a lovely barbecue sauce.
14 for 1. Sophie Molyneux into the attack.
Have we got her? I don't think we've got her. I'll find her.
Well, she'll be somewhere, but you may not find her in the jingle cart under Australia. That's been nicely steered, a couple of steps forward, angled through backward point and gone for 4. So she's gone for 4 off her first ball.
It's
As Sophie Molyneux, good start. Well, good start from England perspective.
This is a dream for all of the dreamers who dream the dream that's the cricket dream like the dreamer. Sophie Molyneux, she dreams.
Well, we do have a marvellous. Round the wicket she comes, left armour. But cut straight towards cover. Single taken, so well done. She's from Bairnsdale in Victoria. I don't know where Bairnsdale is other than it's in Victoria.
That'll do.
Generally thought that she would have played a lot more for Australia if she hadn't been injured a lot. And big knee problems kept her out of the 24-25 Ashes. She's the 3rd top wicket taker in the tournament though. At least one Australian is above her. We'll get to that in a minute. That's cut straight towards point. No run. 2 for 17 against South Africa, 2 for 14 against Bangladesh, none for 17 against Netherlands, and 2 for 6 against Pakistan. That's a bit edgy, but dropped short of short third.
Ooh.
Huge shout. The throw came in.
Just in, I think.
Bales were whipped off. The question is, was she home? We think she was, but there's going to be several looks at this.
It was Danny's call. It was a real sharp one, but she had backed up a long way, and I think she's just made it home.
Some definite turn.
Fabulous bit of fielding.
Yeah, she's in.
She's in.
She's made her ground comfortably indeed. Although it was a lively bit of work.
So hopefully you see quite a lot of spin today. Ash Gardner will get a bowl, won't she?
Yeah, both
Yes,
sides are well.
Georgia Wareham will get a bowl. And obviously you've got Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston and Lindsay Smith for England. So
It's Beth Mooney behind the stumps, isn't it?
It is Beth Mooney behind the stumps, yeah.
Very sharp work from her.
yeah, and a great throw in from whoever fielded it. Was it Vol again?
Well, I got the third umpire right. It is
Oh, thank Christ for that.
Dot Cotton's last Kim. And it's 20 for 1. 2 balls left of the 4th over. Round the wicket comes Molyneux. Oh, and that not only just turns, straightens a little bit, it pops up as well. And Danny Wyatt Hodge was all a tangle trying to work it to leg without much success at all.
Almost ended up trying to get a head out of the way of that. Down to sweep it, and then it bounced a bit and worried about getting sconned.
Sophie Molyneux's Australian captain as well, isn't she? So
She is, yeah.
decided to bring herself into the action early, throwing this up wide of leg, looking for the one that turns back for the slow left armour, but it's worked to leg.
Again, it's
No
great
run.
disciplined lines and lengths from the Australian bowlers. Messers.
What we got,
Okay,
Mrs.?
well, I was just going to say, have we mentioned that we've got a very special commentator coming on at the change?
Well, I was going to say who the other commentators today were, but I was having to do a whole bunch of things. You have to look forward to Al Hodge, you have Will Reynolds, you obviously have the two of us, but you have Dr. Katie Scott. I don't know if she's a doctor. I know she's an expert
She
in
is.
meerkat behaviour, as I recall. So if you want to ask her about...
Hasn't been on air for ages.
No, so you got any questions about meerkats that aren't insurance related, then well, Katie Scott's going to be your girl.
Got a new bowler.
She'll be on very soon.
New
And
bowlers.
we do have another change
This
bowler. It's
woman.
Well, Sutherland.
No one's gonna stop her when she's on a roll. Best to hunker down and just avoid the ball.
Over the wicket she comes. It's quite full and on leg, and it's clipped away imperiously by Nat Siver-Brunt for 4 runs.
In the name of God.
Brother of Will, of course. Well, not of course. I didn't know that until I read about it. But she is the brother of Will Sutherland. Not Donald Sutherland.
Who's Will Sutherland?
He plays for Australia, or he has played a few times for
indeed.
Australia.
I beg his pardon.
Plays for Victoria, has also reached international level. Father James was CEO of Cricket Australia for a long time. That's clipped away to backward square, fielded. They should have taken a single, they did. So 5 off this over. It's always good, Grubby, if you can get a boundary off the first ball of the over. That kind of gives you freedom.
As all the players
and
like to
options.
say, yeah, it puts the pressure back onto the fielding team.
Well, that's the theory, indeed. 25 for 1. So England not galloping along by any manner of means. We're about to see the third ball.
We've seen this from
5th over.
Yeah, from Nat Silverbrunt, though. She does play herself in sometimes. And
In comes Annabelle Sutherland. That's really full. Danny White-Hodge just drops the bat on it. They take a sharp single. Not pacey, not a bounce, but just put right on the spot.
Yep.
To keep the batters honest.
Yeah.
This Australia attack can do that very, very well. The run rate under 6, but I suppose also, they always say losing 3 wickets in the power plays, teams tend to
80% chance of losing. Or whatever
that's
it is.
changed a bit, I think. Certainly in the IPL it's changed, and I think the WPL is the same because you have the impact sub rule, which means you
Well,
can
the
get,
12-a-side.
Yeah, you can basically create yourself an extra batter depending on the state of the game, can't
Oh,
you?
hello.
No ball.
Is it a no ball?
Yeah.
I think it is. 1 to the score for England.
Over the line! Huh? I'm sorry, Smokey. You were over the line. That's a foul.
You get a free hit if they bowl a no ball. Off a free hit, you mostly can't get out at all.
She's got some comparatively recent history, but that was with the bat. She got a maiden Test century, did Annabelle Sutherland, at Trent Bridge in 2023 in the Ashes against England. That's short and wide, and actually Silverbrunt has decided to haul this away through mid-wicket for 4 runs. I would have thought you'd step back and carve that through the offside.
2 plus 2 is
Not for
a
her.
member!
So 10 off the first 4 balls for Nat Silverbrunt. One of
Yeah.
them a no ball.
Turning into a very useful over for England, this.
And as Grubby says quite correctly, that was really pulled away down in front of the tavern.
Yeah, nothing sophisticated about that shot. Fetched it, as you said, Tone, from outside off. That you might expect to
It
cut
was
it.
quite agricultural, really.
Yeah,
wasn't
but
it?
effective.
In comes Sutherland. She's gone down leg again. It pops up a little bit. A forward short leg would have had that, but there isn't one. It's gone out
How?
to square leg. I suppose you could argue that in so many cases a fielder in a position when they're not there could have had
Well,
a lot of catches.
How
couldn't
often
they?
do you see a short leg in 2020?
Well, not very often. Not very often.
So it's not like it's, oh, God, we normally have someone there. No,
One more
you
to the
don't.
score anyway. I'll tell you one thing that fascinated me as I was doing, because I'll be honest. Oh well, I'll wait for Sutherland. Down leg again. Has she got something on that? Beth Mooney thinks so. It's given us a wide though, and I don't think there was bat involved. But hang on, Australia I think may well be thinking about reviewing this. They think there might have been some bat. The timer's tick-tock, tick-tock ticking, and yes, they are going to review.
was out, that was out, that was definitely out. Was that definitely out? I don't know.
Even if
So-
there's just a bit of pad, it'll save a ball and a run, won't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I think they think there might have been a bit of bat involved.
Well, I think they've got a bob each way on this, don't they? Because, as
Yeah,
you say,
yeah.
messes it, even if it clips the pocket or the trouser.
Or glove. Now, watch the glove very closely. We're looking at it. It's
Ooh.
sort of hip height. I can't see any
It's a great-
deviation.
It's a
but
great bit of wicket keeping, by the way, from Beth Mooney, who parried it and then dived and caught it.
boy, is that close. I
Oh,
think
no.
she could be in a little bit of bother here. We're watching.
Shit
yeah,
the bed.
yes.
she has.
Yes.
She's got an edge. Danny White-Hodge can't believe it. She throws back her head in despair. It's a great review from Australia.
Another one bites the dust.
Beth Mooney was
I
absolutely
think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
to the point where I don't think any of the bowlers and the fielders were convinced at all. But Beth
Yeah,
Mooney knew,
Yeah.
and she clearly has a strong voice in the decision-making committee that convened itself, as it tends to do for
Yeah.
these reviews.
Credit to Mooney.
Well, you do get
Fantastic.
you do get a bit used to wicketkeepers appealing just to try and avoid the wide. So there's a degree of cynicism about wicketkeepers going hard.
It's
Well,
one of,
England have lost that second wicket. That's a
Yeah.
bit of a blow.
I wonder if Danny White-Hodge knew that she'd got a little feather on that with the glove. Sometimes
Aye.
it can be so slight that you don't even know. She's waiting for something. Oh, they're now checking the catch, by the way.
Oh,
But I think the catch is
sorry,
fine, isn't it? She's parried it up,
Yeah.
dived, caught it. And there
confirmed as out.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever an issue. Certainly not for us watching it real time. So she's gone for 8 as Danny White-Hodge. She's been caught behind off the thinnest of gloves, I think.
So a great tournament for her. With the bat comes to an end. She's no runs in the semi or the final, really. So she'll be disappointed.
It's starting to look quite worryingly similar to the semi-final.
Well, yeah, England were 3 down for 20 odd, I think, in the semi, weren't they?
So we're going to have to see what Alice Capsey can bring to the party, who's the next batter in for England. 32 for 2, with 1 ball left of the 5th over.
I'll do a couple of messages. Normality RL Taylor says, I'm disappointed in Amy Jones. Watching the game in the pub, the game is shown on 5 screens, including 1 big screen. Don't know where to look. Alex Sutcliffe said, no GPL today. No, not today, I'm afraid. Farong says, I hope Grubby has a double or triple shot of rum in his can of Coke. And Invisible Bomb points out she's Will's sister, not a...
Did I say brother? I said her brother is. I never said she was the brother of. And that one's just steered to backward point. Sharp running, single taken, 33 for 2 after 5, 16 for Nat Silverbrunt. Alice Capsey is off the mark immediately, and what's more, she's nicked the strike.
It's Alice Capsey, it's Alice Capsey, Alice Capsey. That's in a live jingle there.
That's La Cucaracha. Do we not have her? I thought we've got her in there. I thought we managed to find her.
She's not in there, I'm afraid.
Lucky Six says, shit the bed is a much neglected phrase. This is what you listen to Guerrilla Cricket for. To keep the language alive in the way it should be used. Yes. And Farong says, what do you reckon the target will be?
I think England will want 170 at a minimum.
Yeah.
And we'll fancy the chances anything north of that. But you have to tip your hat to Australia's really disciplined bowling here, both the quicks and the spinners, just dropping on a line and length. The field is in, and they're sort of putting a strangle on.
Well, it's reminiscent of the performance against India.
Lucy Hamilton again.
India got a few runs in the last couple of overs, but
left arm over the wicket, swing and a miss by Capsey. Through it goes to the keeper. It's only a very small body of work, i.e. 3 games in this tournament. But the average first inning score of the 3 games played is 158. England made 186 for 7 in beating New Zealand. Bangladesh rather let the average down with 117 for 5, losing to South Africa. And India thumped 170 for 4 against Australia, but also lost.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say there's any statistical validity in that. But them is the facts. That's cut towards cover. Fielded, sharp, single taken, score, ticks on to 34. England don't want to lose that 3rd wicket.
Now, I'm very keen for Alice Capsey in particular to do well, because I identified her prior to this tournament. I thought she was running into a real rich vein of form, and I think she's got huge amounts of talent. She's played over 50 times in this form of the game for England, and she's only 21. So I think she's a real huge talent.
Well, she certainly is. And that Silverbrunt muscled this away to backward square.
Inside
gets a
edge.
Single. Well, yeah, I don't think she got what she wanted on it. Let's see what we can tell you about Alice Capsey. I tell you, she's from Red Hill.
Oh yeah.
In Surrey. She made 40 against Scotland, 28 against the West Indies, but just 1 in the semi-final. So she was part of that wobble that was ultimately steadied by Silverbrunt. Oh, I say, that's a little dab on the bounce to the keeper.
So I mentioned England's strike rates here and how they are slightly inferior to Australia's overall. Amy Jones 122, Nat Silverbrunt 121, Alice Capsey 122, Heather Knight 122. It's one of those 4. I don't know, Amy Jones is out, but one of the ones who normally strikes at 120 is going to have to go 140, 150. However, in the meantime, we've got another one of these.
Well, it's a no ball, and therefore a free hit.
Huh? I'm sorry, Smokey. You were over the line. That's a foul.
A free hit is a best shot. Fire away.
There's a knuckleball that actually did its job in that it completely fooled Alice Capsey. He wasn't sure what to do with it. But if you overstep, you are now getting a free hit. She's bowling from the Tim Murter end, aka the nursery end.
They've been so
Lords.
disciplined, haven't they, in their bowling performance, and
They
yet
have.
just a couple of these no balls that are really unnecessary.
So we have fielders deep behind the wicket at both on the offside and leg side. Ooh,
Would have been out.
Would have been out. They ended up just
Whoa.
scurrying a single off a miss hit, really. Takes the score to 37 for 2. But that's the second time England have not taken advantage. It was a misfield, really.
I mean, that's poor cricket.
It was
Come
a
on.
misfield and a poor throw.
You think it's a free hit, so I've got to get something here. Forgetting you can actually be run out off a free hit.
They did take advantage of the first free hit, though, Tony. They did it for 4.
Oh,
they did. That's true.
No,
They
they did. But
They did.
on that occasion, that was poor from Capsey.
We're so used to seeing free hits. There's a backward point, a short third, a short fine leg, a deep backward square, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-wicket and a mid-on to Hamilton, who has 2 balls left. That's short and wide of off stump, and that's crashed, but she picks out the deep cover. Who
Very good field.
Fields very well indeed. Another single taken. Score ticks on to the tune of 138 for 2. And we've only got 1 ball left in the power play, which rather means that at 6.5 and over and 38, you'd say England are pretty underpowered there.
Yeah, not motoring. Trying to build. Obviously, when you lose wickets, whoever comes in, you need a few, 2 or 3 balls at least to have a little look, don't you?
So, well, that's what Alice Capsey from Red Hill is doing. She did make 45 against Australia in the Cardiff warm-up, and she just steers that again. The fielder deep in the covers. It'll just be a single. She'll keep the strike. It's going to be a drinks break at the end of the power play. 39 is where England have got for the loss, though, of 2 wickets. Australia, you would say, will feel they've had the better of things. Messers.
Tim Milton Davies says, is it coming home or is it already home?
Well, it's at Lord's, so you could make of that what you will.
Lockie 6 says to Invisible Bob, who is our own Will, of course, hi Bob, to which Invisible Bob says, how did you see me? And Lockie 6 says, I felt a disturbance in the force. Tim says, Invisible Bob is visible. And Invisible Bob says, I am disturbing, it's true. Arcady Rinko, which is a name I haven't come across previously, says England women are bottling it.
Well, welcome, but thanks a lot.
And Fred Traylan responds with, well, like when England men were 1 for 2 yesterday. Yes.
Well, they relied on masterclass from Jacob Bethel, didn't they? And,
Well, I thought-
and an all-too-brief Harry Brook.
I did watch
entertaining
the
but short innings.
Yeah, I did watch the Harry Brook innings and the Bethel one, but I saw an article today saying that Brook had reinforced his credentials for England captaincy in the Test team by what he did yesterday.
Well,
I can't see any relationship whatsoever.
No. For me, I want Bethel as the next captain. You may as well just anoint him now and plan for the long term, and let Brook do what he does in the middle order and let him captain the white ball team. But let's plan for the long term. Jacob Bethel, install him, get him in there.
I think that makes a lot of sense as long as you don't break him.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the women.
Let's.
Chaps,
sorry.
let's do that. We can tell you it's 39 for 2 is the score at the end of the power play. So Australia will feel they've had the best of that. Wickets fell early.
Why?
Hamilton got Amy Jones, caught by Georgia Vole. Danny Wyatt Hodge was caught behind on review off the bowling of Annabelle Sutherland. It was a glove as she looked to work it to leg. We didn't even see it at first.
Feathery glove.
Annabelle Sutherland was convinced, or rather Beth Mooney was convinced. Annabelle Sutherland kind of went along with the appeal as an afterthought. But sure enough, it was pretty clear on Ultra Edge. You could see as it brushed that glove. So that came as a bit of a shock to England's system, I think. Right, we're going to see Georgia Wareham.
We got our first super chat of the day.
Oh, marvellous.
Sweet.
All the way from Eastern Australia, Lockie 6 sends us $2 Aussie saying, this is a terrible start for England. Boo.
Hang on a sec. I'm going to jing up the bowler.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. just an old sweet song.
Georgia Wareham throws the ball up, tosses it up nicely, it's worked to leg, they take a single.
And
That will definitely get us pinged.
And this is for Lockie.
Super chat, yeah. Super chat, yeah. Super chat gain, super chat gain. But it's a great jingle.
Thanks, Lockie. Was it Lockie who gave us a couple of dollars there?
It was indeed. Yes, thanks, Lucky.
Thanks, Lockers. And I agree.
That's nicely steered away fine towards fine leg. Again, they may come back for two. They should have done. Yes, they did.
She attempted a little lap there and almost got it on the Q end, but it did find its way down to fine leg.
4-2. She's from Terang in Victoria. Georgia Wareham, leg break bowler. Inspired in her early career by none other, of course, than Shane Warne. I guess if you're a Victorian leg spinner, you're going to be. You probably can only really have one hero, can't you? That's thrown up nicely. It's driven, but driven straight to cover. Frustration for
Seen that a few
Siva
times, haven't we? They've hit a nice shot, but straight at a fielder.
We have indeed. Took 2 for 11 in the final against England of the 2018 World T20. That's nicely clipped off her toes. Again, they'll just stroll a single. She's got the best strike rate and second best economy rate in the tournament, which is not bad. Strike rate is 171, but her economy rate with the ball is 4.5.
Gee, that's good.
So she's not easy to get away with. She's already conceded 4 this over. She's thrown that up. It turns. It's defended by Alice Gapsey. There is some turn in this wicket, isn't there, Grubby?
It looks that way, yeah. One imagines it's fairly dry. We've not had very much rain at all recently.
England pretty well gunned in the spin department.
Yep.
Remember, nobody on the England side has survived from that 2009 World Cup final, at least, except Charlotte Church. Charlotte Edwards. Except for Charlotte Edwards. Oh, that kept really low.
Bloody hell.
By Beth Mooney behind the stumps, not 40 Charlotte
Interesting
Edwards.
selection, that one.
Yeah, well, she could sing a bit, and she, decent right arm.
Right. I'm moving away.
I'm going to go down and see if I can transfer some more jingles.
Welcome, Al. See you in a bit, Messrs.
Here is Al, and I'm waiting to see Katie. I just want to say hello to Katie before
You're going to have to change
off.
Can you know how to change the screen, Scrub, or do you need me?
Hello, Katie.
Hello, Messrs. How are you?
Lovely
Haven't seen
to
you in
see you.
ages.
Indeed. So pleased you could make it. Okay, I shall catch you after over 13 or whatever.
All right. Thank you, Jess. Hi, Katie.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've been on, but lovely to see you all.
We will spend the next 7 overs catching up.
Sounds good. Well, hopefully we'll spend the next 7 overs watching some amazing cricket by England, but we'll
hopefully
see.
Hopefully so. We're just having a readjustment of some bails by Beth Mooney. It's going to be Sutherland to bowl. She was expensive, but she did get the wicket of Wyatt Hodge. As we see Owen Morgan having a drink. Right, this is on the leg stump, but Siverbrook can't turn it to leg and just dribbles back to the bowler. There's no run. I went to see Australia play South Africa at Old Trafford in the tournament. Yeah, I went with my mum. So first of all, a shout out. Hiya, Mum. Hello. Hope you're enjoying this as well. They're so efficient in the field. As Sutherland is in again, a little step to leg, no real timing as it goes towards deep square leg, and there'll just be a single 44 for 2. There was so little communication, verbal communication. Everyone just seemed to know exactly where they needed to be and just went there really quickly. It was proper hive mind. Machine-like cricket, yeah. But they are as advertised. That they were way too good for South Africa in that first game at a freezing cold at Old Trafford. That's been replaced though by warmer weather. Sutherland is in again down the leg side. A little fine tickle down towards Garth at fine leg. Now we'll see if that's leg by. It is. It is signalled by the umpire. So 45 for 2. Hiya, Tone.
Hello.
Yeah, so I was really looking forward to going to see England in this tournament at Lords against the West Indies after this ball.
Sutherland in, more to the off stump. Good wristy flick by Siver Brunt towards deep mid wicket. There'll be a rifle like throw in from the deep, and that'll just be another single, I think.
And then it was still 38 degrees by the time I was thinking about getting my train into London, and I thought that's just not happening, I'm afraid.
Well, you would probably fall at the first hurdle if the train's notoriously unreliable at that sort of temperature. As a bouncer from towards Capsey, but that's going to be signalled as a wide.
So I haven't actually seen
wide.
I haven't actually seen any of these games live, although I've been following quite closely.
Yeah. Well, as much as I can say that like 16 degrees and a stiff breeze is no temperature to watch a game of cricket, that is attempted to be driven straight by Capsey, only to mid-off, no run. Watching it in 38 degree heat for me would be an awful lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly watched cricket in hotter. When I was in Perth in 2013, it was they had skyded the notorious break an egg on the pitch and see how long it takes for it to fry, and it wasn't very long.
I have a maximum temperature, I must admit. Capsey steps forward, cuts the ball away, but only to deep point. That will bring the 8th over to a close. A wide, a leg by 3 off the bat, and it's 48 for 2, Tone.
Yep, well, we're going to start with one of these.
YouTube Prime Super Chat.
It's from our friend Zippy Tuna, who's provided us $2. Happy Independence Day and all that. So, woohoo, go England! Thanks for covering this. Well, we are delighted to be covering it. Tim Wilson Davis says, I know Katie. She hates her name being spelled K-T-I-E. Is that true, Katie?
I wouldn't say I hate it, but I tend to not respond to it if it is, because I assume it's someone else they're talking about.
Banana Brooks says Charlotte Edwards, Church of the Poisoned Mind. Yes, I called her Charlotte. I don't know if you were listening at the time. I managed to call Charlotte Edwards Charlotte Church in a senior moment.
Yeah.
2 less similar Charlottes I can't imagine, frankly.
Well, there you go. Exactly right. Change of bowling.
I don't know. Queen Charlotte on Netflix. I suppose she's also. Would she be better, more of the Charlotte Church Charlotte, or more of the Charlotte Edwards Charlotte? I don't know. She's quite good at bossing people around, so she might be quite good at Charlotte Edwards.
Well, Gardner has come into the attack. A moon ball of a full toss outside off stump, slapped through mid wicket by Capsey for one of these.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary,
Overly loopy, I'll say, to that ball there, Katie. As a very much a loosener. This one is a regulation cricket delivery outside the off stump. Capsey sweeps this towards deep square leg, single, and that's the 50 up for England. 53 for 2 now. 50 brought up at the first ball of the 9th over.
Taking a while to get there, which means they're going to have to look to accelerate at some point, and this bowling has been frugal
at best. A little tap and run by Siver Brunt will bring about the single.
I think win probability at the moment is apparently 62% to Australia, and that kind of feels about right to me.
Yeah.
It'll need something pretty impressive with either this partnership or the next for England to get a really decent total that might actually scare the Aussies.
Yeah. Got to get the balance right, got to get the run rate up without losing wickets. As Capsey comes down the track and hits this high and hard and over the fence for 6.
That's going to help. We're going to need a few more of those.
Don't know if the bowling's slightly too slow in the air. It's quite. Might need to be a couple of mile an hour quicker, but no, it's a lovely shot. Straight right to the pitch of it and cleared the fence and the advertising by some considerable distance. This one too short down the leg, and Capsy will feel she's missed out there. It goes straight to short fine leg. Last ball of this 9th over, 60 for 2. Definitely an England over so far. Capsy drives this uppishly through extra cover and like a rocket goes for 4. Signs of counter-attack. 64 for 2 after 9.
Also, like the stream people, says Zippy. Banana Brook says a runner ball start from England. Nah, yeah, well, that's why the odds are edging in Australia's direction, but possibly that last overs moved things a little bit. Nattering the bobs of negativism, says Tim Wilton Davis. Banana Brook says better Capsy 4.4,6 capitalised. Don't know what that means. Very true, smooth transition, says Rich Turner Music. Welcome, Katie. Well, there you go.
Hello.
Hope you can feel the love, Katie. This is great to have you back. Molyneux, he'll bowl the next over. Little tickle by Nat Silverbrunt as far as the edge of the circle at mid-wicket. Beth Mooney, with all of the extra paraphernalia, does the fielding and turns 2 into 1. As we see a repeat of the 6 that was hit.
Cleared not only the boundary, but the photographers crouching behind it, who are probably quite glad about that.
Crouching photographer hidden. Yeah, we'll have to work on that. So Molyneux in again, a reverse. Now an appeal. No,
not
maybe
given.
Too high. The umpire's not interested. I'm always interested about.
Thing.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
It's all. Maybe it's a slightly quicker process if the captain is the bowler. About how many people you need to speak to, but we're going to look through the square window, Tone.
We are. I'm just transferring some jingles at the moment, so.
What did you think, Katie, on first glance?
I've got very poor signal, so I can just about see that there's a bowler and there was a batter in between that. So, I wouldn't judge, but.
So we're just gonna
see.
I don't know why they just don't go straight to ultra edge. You know, I think it's hit a glove.
It looked like it's heading straight for her glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Well, that would be outside the line, wouldn't it? The glove at the time. That's the question.
It would be the fact that it hit the glove, Tone, and not the pad.
Well, yeah.
And it certainly wasn't caught, so we're all good.
That is. That's the end of that. We've had a good review and a bad review.
Phew, we can breathe again.
Yeah. Everybody is okay. So Capsy facing another. Oh, attempted a lap. It's gone straight over Moody's head. Now, will this be the fielder kind of running alongside the ball for a second as chased down towards directly behind the wicketkeeper, the long stop area? But 2 is taking our total to 67. It's a long time to stand there and to think, don't hit yourself in the face, isn't it, there, Katie? It's just like.
Yeah, I absolutely can't imagine actually playing that.
Another reverse. Oh, and that bowled.
Oh.
Capsy has attempted a reverse and has been bowled behind her pads. She attempted the counter-attack, a very exciting end to her innings. Got to 23 off 20, but now she has to go.
I just realised I was hovering over Silly Little Boy. I can't really play that one, can I?
Nope.
I think this
just
one,
out.
You flipping muppet!
I think that's gender neutral, isn't it? Being a flipping muppet.
Yeah. Capsy, 23 off 20, bowled Molyneux. But 67 now for 3 just kind of rests that control back towards Australia.
Well, and we're in a not dissimilar position to the semi-final against South Africa. I think we're going to need a similar sort of effort from the stalwarts, the old girls.
Yeah. And Heather Knight tends to take a little while. She doesn't kind of quite go straight off full speed. So, I mean, at least in some ways, it's quite good to get her in before we're up to 10 overs, because it gives her a little bit of time to get in.
Well, we'll jingle her up. Here she is.
Silently the senses abandon their defenses, helpless to resist the notes I write, for I compose the music of the night.
Brilliant jingle. Well done. I'm assuming, Mog,
Yes.
this first delivery is pushed to short cover. No run.
Yeah, she completely missed that sweep, didn't she? Horrible
Yep.
shot, really. They're all horrible when you miss them.
So Knight comes down the pitch, couple of strides, just pushes the ball to mid-on, takes a single, and that brings us to halfway, and it's 68 for 3.
Messi Jazz, our own Messi Jazz says the Heather Knight jingle was an instant classic. Well, it might be an instant dinger, but hopefully it was reworked enough by the artist known as Mog. Lucky 6 in cricket as in life, says Zippy Tuner. England need the old guard yet again, says Banana Brooks. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Banana Brooks reverse sweep. Why? Good question. Knots out. A few updates from the blast. Knots Outlaws are apparently 124 for 4.
Yeah,
Zippy
I do dread the day when Heather Knight and Nat Sciver-Brunt and Danny White-Hodge as well, when they start retiring. We've got some good players coming up. Not quite that world class that those three particularly have shown themselves to be.
Invisible Bob says Alana Kingate if they lose. Well, yeah, possibly.
Well, so far, so good though for Australia.
Yeah,
It's going to be Garth who's going to bowl her third over, the 11th of the innings, coming in kind of on the hip of Knight, turned towards deep backward square. There'll just be a single. So, Katie, what else have you been up to?
Been busy procreating. I've had another baby since I last saw all of you, I think.
So is that
So
two?
that's 2 now.
Two?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. Yeah, honestly, that kind of keeps you busy. And
I would imagine.
back working as well again now, and trying to balance everything out. Setting up the under 5s and under 6s cricket at my local cricket club so that my older one can play. And we got 50 kids joining, which was quite a good turnout. But trying
at
to
what point does that number become? It's like
I'm really hoping
pleased.
we will only end up with 11 by the time we're actually doing competitive games when they're sort of under 8s, because otherwise I'm going to be having to pick teams and they're each going to be able to play like once a season or something.
That feels difficult. This one again, more on leg stump, flicked away by Sciver-Brunt down to again deep backward square leg, single taken. Yeah, I'm always interested about stuff like that where it's like just come everybody, and it's like just
yeah.
What does under 8 cricket look like, or 8-year-old cricket?
Well, I might wait until the end of this over because we're.
Absolutely. This one
going through
just
it.
outside the off stump, right on the mark, and just push back to the bowler for no run. 7-3.
It's great fun. They don't. I mean, honestly, what they mostly do is run around with their friends, and then we have a barbecue at the end. The parents have a picnic, and we enjoy Friday evening sun. Somehow, it's always sunny.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, there's not a huge amount of cricket that goes on, but if they all love cricket because they associate it with having fun, then
yeah, that sounds amazing. Back of a length, attempted pull shot by Heather Knight, which kind of wraps into her body, but no harm done. No run as well. They're just all so difficult to get away, the Aussies. There's no sort of like weak fifth bowler that you can try and target. Everybody's just very, very good.
Yeah, very little is about pace and bounce. It's all about nagging accuracy here, I think, for Australia, isn't it?
Feels that way. Garth coming in again. Loopy delivery hits the pad, and that is out. Heather Knight back to the hutch. I can't see any real reason to review it other than you're worried about being 4 down. She will review it.
Yeah, they are reviewing.
That looked very plumb to me. Kind of fooled in the flight of it almost. Much more pitched up delivery, Katie.
Yeah, she wasn't looking massively comfortable with any of the bowling she faced. Like I said, she kind of is a little bit slow to start sometimes.
Slow to get started, like you said.
That's salmon trout, unless there was an inside edge, and there wasn't an inside edge.
There really isn't. I didn't know you knew rhyming slang, Tony.
Well, there you go. I think she's already walking. I think she's looked at she's not waiting to be told. She knows that's gone, I'm afraid.
Just a bit more pitched up. Impact in line, hitting.
Yeah, hitting.
Hitting halfway up in the gap between middle and leg stump. And 70 for 4 is not good.
No.
After you've gone.
Just, you can feel that the innings is having the air squeezed out of it.
Well, you'd say so long as Nat Sciver-Brunt's there, there's hope. But against Australia, she needed someone to, what was it, 133, that partnership against South Africa. And her partner in that partnership has just walked off without adding many at all.
Okay, it's going to be Freya Kemp who's going to come in at 6.
It is.
Should we jingle her?
Well, it depends who's made it, but she has made it into the
That I can feel Freya Kemp. She's right there, I think she's real. Freya Kemp.
I think England have had a pretty stable squad, haven't they? I think they've only had one change in the squad for the whole tournament, as I remember, because Sciver-Brunt came in for Dunkley.
I think that might be the case. A full delivery pushed across the left-hander Kemp. A swing and a miss. And that is quite the over. 2 runs from it and the wicket. 70 for 4 after 11, Tony.
Right. Zippy Tuna says congrats on the latest model. I think that's referring to the new baby, the new Scott.
Thank you.
Greystoke, 8-year-old cricket. Looks like what happened after Stokes retired mid-spell. Can Australia do it on a damp Sunday in London? Well, it's not that damp. It's a beautiful day, so they won't have to worry. Greystoke says, I knew many Aussies who did it damp on a... Oh, no, okay.
Yeah.
Going to that one, I'll just ignore that. No pressure then, Kemp and Gibbo. Well, there we go. It's a lot of you have joined us. I'm delighted to say we've been on Patreon. I'll hold the thought and let Al take up the story.
Wareham will bowl the next over, straight driven by Sciver-Brunt, past the despairing bowler, stopped I think by stopped in the deep at long on, and that will be 2. There was bowlers and non-striking batsmen all over the place.
Everyone
on the floor. Umpire herring out of the way. But the upshot is 2 runs. And a reason why maybe there are no pitches in scorebooks. Wareham in again. Just nothing you can do except play that back to the bowler. Katie, I stopped you mid-point. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I assume Kemp, because last I saw Kemp was on her back, and then there were 2 runs, so presumably she managed to scamper up and actually run 2, which was fairly impressive.
That's more agility than I can show, as that is a mistimed hoik into the leg side by Sciver-Brunt. There will be a run though. Kemp running very much to danger end. As we see a slow motion of however, but I think just making sure that it did bounce. Kemp sprawling back to try and make a ground for that first delivery. Yeah. All action. All action. So, Kemp will face. She's just faced the one delivery so far. Halfway through this 12th over, 73 for 4. Run rate just below 6.5. This one, slower delivery just on the leg stump, played down to long leg. Will bring about a single. Kemp getting off the mark. Yeah, if Wareham had got a touch and it had hit the stumps, then Kemp might have been run out for that first.
Quite a
delivery.
few ifs, though.
Yeah. After 2 ifs, it becomes too hypothetical. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That is a wide down the leg side.
Okay.
Well, you can't-
Bowl that ball again.
You certainly can't bowl those, can you? One of these.
What?
So umpires spread your
Big step towards the offside for Siverbrunt, trying to get this ball swept past short fine leg. A half stop will bring about a single. And there's just one ball left of this 12th over, 76 for 4. Yeah, any more than 2 ifs. Feels like I shouldn't carry on with the sentence, really. It's just like, yeah, just too much. Oh, Kemp, I think, caught in 2 minds there about whether to drive or cut. In the end, just kind of traps the ball with the bat. There's no run at the end of it, and she passes it to Beth Mooney. 12 overs gone, 76 for 4.
Yeah, doesn't look good. Hello to Jamil Durrani, who's joined us. Tim Wilton Davis says, I read this actually, Tim. A cricket match had to be abandoned in the northeast after a runaway bull stormed the playing field and charged at the players. It did indeed. You don't often see the games cancelled for that reason. Katie,
I was really annoyed because I saw a video of it as well, but it was on the headlines of the radio I was listening to this morning. No mention at all of the fact that the Women's World Cup final was on in Lords. Instead, it was all about a ball at the game in Northumberland. I was like, there are other cricket headlines that you might want to talk about. But
even when it comes to runaway farm animals, it's the males that get all the attention, Katie. It's just not fair, is it?
Well, apparently they brought a cow in to try and entice the bull back into the field he was supposed to be in.
And talk about sexual stereotyping. Got a runaway bull, what do you do to distract it? Get a girl in to sort of flutter its eyelashes. Shocking.
I can't segue back to Hamilton replacing Garth, but I'll try for this 13th over. A little tap and run by Siverbrunt, no more than 5 yards in front of, will bring a sharply taken single. She moves to 30. Nat?
She moves in her own way, she's going to need to, and rapidly. Jamil Durrani says England need a 100 partnership. Yeah, well, that's what they got in the semi-final, but that was Siverbrunt and Heather Knight, and Heather Knight has departed for not many. That's the real frustration. Banana Brooks says cow corner. We don't know. Presumably that's where the cow stood, generally sort of swooshing its tail, and because they do. I'm not a fancier of cows particularly. I'll hold the thought.
Hamilton will come over the wicket this time. That is a leading edge, and it falls just short of square leg. Deep square leg will come in and do the fielding, and that will bring about 2 runs.
But amongst what animal life, particularly of a bovine variety, cows do have very lovely eyes. I'm sure it's not just me. I think cows have got really beautiful faces and incredibly attractive eyes. There we go. I'm
not sure where to take that.
That's probably best leave it where it is.
If that's the hill you're going to die on, this is hit back over the bowler's head. Well timed by Kemp.
It's a beautiful
Straight
shot.
And true, and a welcome boundary.
One of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lovely shot.
You kind of need a cluster of those, Katie, don't you, to come? England. I remember the phrase yesterday when Bethel was teeing off. England need a big over. That's exactly what they need.
This is outside the off stump, played towards deep point. Thoughts of 2, but in the end, just 1.
Or a few no balls being bowled, as I gather is what happened yesterday. Maybe we can hope for that.
Yeah, it did. Oh, we're doing a change at the end of this over.
We are.
And you're
2
gonna be
balls
joined.
left of this 13th over, 84 for 4.
Grubby Messers and Will. What a trio that is. What a trio.
It is
that
indeed.
is.
Hamilton comes around the wicket, another attempt at a straight drive, this time from Silverbrunt. Sharp throw from mid on. That would have been interesting with a direct hit. However,
Tim Wilton Davis says, you never hear a cow say pardon. Well, you probably don't, to be honest. Unless you can speak cow, and you know what different types of moo mean.
Keep your cow talk coming in for the last 6 overs. Jez will be very happy with that. Last ball of the over, slower delivery. Oh, glove and bat, and just beats the despairing dive of Beth Mooney down the leg side. That'll be a single. 13 overs are gone. England are 85 for 4, and Australia are way on top. Good to speak to you, Katie.
Before you go, Katie, can you let us know? I remember number 1 child was known as Benjamin, as Stokes said. Did number 2 child get a good...
Trying to transfer jingles as we go.
Do you know what? We thought about which England player deserved having a child named after it this year, and honestly, none of them.
That's fair comment. Yeah.
There was just not a single one. She is called Harriet, so I suppose you could claim Harry Brooke, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He's quite Ben Stokes levels. Ben Stokes in 2019 levels of worth naming a child after.
Yes. Yeah. You can't really change it after the event either. That's the other problem.
No, it's got to be retrospective.
Gardner
Right,
starting a new over. See you later, Katie. And that Silverbrun gets the top edge over the wicketkeeper's head. It rolls down to a very shallow third position. They're going to get a couple there. And we welcome Will to the comm box. How you doing, Will?
Hello. I'm alright. How are you?
I'm very well. All the better for seeing you, my friend. Messers is also with us. Need to step on the gas here a bit, England, I would say. Back she goes.
Definitely.
Nat Silverbrunt and whacks it to a long on. Only going to get a single there, though. Even 10 and over from here only gets England to sort of 158, 160, which you'd think probably won't be enough.
And it's difficult, isn't it? Because this new Molyneux regime are very different as an Aussie side.
Around the wicket comes Gardner, and it's turned backward of square by Freya Kemp. And they almost disagreed on going for the second one, but it was a misfield anyway, so they came back comfortably in the end. Kemp
But
goes
what has stayed the same is they bowl and field in the most miserly way.
Yeah, they're demons, aren't they? And apart from a couple of no balls, which obviously gave England a couple of free hits, apart from that, the lines and lengths have been superb. England just haven't been able to get away overall. But while Nat Silverbrunt is there, they'll think there's a chance because she can accelerate, running a little bit out of overs. But Kemp is down the wicket and playing this straight past the bowler, who can't stop the ball despite her dive. And they come through for 191 for 4 in the 14th over. So just going along at a shade under 7 and over. And there will need to be some significant acceleration, one would feel, for England to be in this game at halfway. But let us see. Their talisman and captain, Nat Silverbrunt, is there. She faces up, fetches it from outside off as she is down low and sweeping this square into the outfield. Just the one. More excellent fielding from the Australians there. It's what they do.
Yeah. And I suppose that's why they've put Kemp and Gibbo in the team, is so that you've got that, because you could argue that sort of putting Big Phil or Wongi in would be better for the bowling, but
combination of bat and pad there, I think, as the ball just dribbles out behind square on the leg side. It's one more to the total, 93 for 4 out of 14. Yeah, will you just complete that point, Will?
But they've gone with Danny Gibson and Freya Kemp because they give you that kind of middle order strength, which I get, and they're both really good with the ball.
It's been a pretty settled 11 for England through the tournament, hasn't it? Messers, you got any messages?
I have indeed. I'm pleased to say we're on a drinks break, so the cows have brought some interesting messages. Tim Wilton Davies points out that the bull incident wasn't in Northumberland, it was County Durham. # justice for the North. Shining Knight says, can someone let Hendo know that I loved his recent Substat articles and please keep it up. I've actually sent that to Hendo in WhatsApp, but
very good.
Just for everybody's information, Hendo Rant on Substack is a great place to have a look for Hendo stuff. Invisible Bob, I wonder who he could be. He says cows are very good listeners. So Tim Wilton Davis says, so calling someone a cow is a compliment. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that instinct too much. Jamil Durrani says England versus Australia, Pakistan versus India. This is not cricket. This is a war. Well, I don't think so. I think it's a rivalry is a good thing to have.
A strong rivalry, yeah.
Yes. Earthlings versus Martians would be a war, says Tim Wilton Davis. I think that's a fair call, yeah.
Bloody Martians coming over here.
Yeah.
Stealing our cricket.
Yeah. Shining Knight says, what wonderful lashes you have. Speaking of cows.
It's just me and Tone in the studio today, and when he said that thing about finding cows really attractive, I wished I wasn't here. I really wished I was somewhere else at that point.
Well, Greystake just says he likes his cows medium rare. Shining Knight, thank you, says I always enjoy messages broadcasting from the stadium and Will broadcasting from the International Space Station. Yeah, we get around.
Yeah, that's the thing with Gorillas. We're everywhere all at once.
We're everywhere and nowhere, baby.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what it's like.
Why are we having so many drinks breaks, brother? We've had 2 drinks breaks in this 20 over innings. That seems excessive to me.
Well, there's not advertising being shown anywhere, is there? Oh goodness, there is.
Bloody ads.
Oh, what a shock!
It's not super hot in London today, is it?
It's over 30 degrees actually, Messrs.
Oh well,
Yeah,
fair enough to have some drinks breaks.
And it's that kind of weird, muggy kind of grim heat as well, isn't it?
It's too hot for me. Oh, it's so close.
It is.
It's so close.
It's
very near.
It's so close.
Very near.
Close is such an English word. I've never heard the weather described as close anywhere outside of the UK.
But some people say near as well, which also makes me laugh.
Near? I've never heard that.
Oh, it's very near, Messrs. Very near. So imagine an 80-year-old woman who's lived in the East End all her life. She would probably describe something if it was too costly. That's very dear, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, the thing is, my 87-year-old granny, ww is from Walthamstow, says it's very near.
See, there you go. Freya Kemp gets one on her hip from Sutherland, who starts a new over and absolutely swipes this away. It was a poor ball. It got what it deserved. And 4 welcome runs for England.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
Freya Kemp's a cricketer I like very much, Will. I think she's got a lot going for her, and she's shown some real quality with the bat in the lead up to this tournament. And now her team really needs her in the final.
She's been amazing. She's been very unlucky with injuries. She should have a hell of a lot more England caps than she does.
Yeah, well, hopefully she's making the most of it now. Gets another ball, a bit straighter this time, but she does manage to work it into the leg side for just a single. 98 for 4 England. We're now in the 15th over. So again, if we take 10 and over from here, it only gets England to 150 odd. So
that's not enough.
Hoping for some fireworks from these two.
Yeah.
Siverbrunt still there on 35 from 36. A runner ball you would think is not really what's required, but the fact is that she's there. That's the important thing. Kemp's got 17 from 11. And a series of sort of starts really from England's batters otherwise. Here comes Sutherland into the crease now. She bowls. Across her crease goes Siverbrunt and hooks it to deep backward square, but can only get a single. One of the things you notice about Australian and the fielding is just the brilliant field setting and then the execution of it by the individual fielders. They've been absolutely excellent in this innings.
It feels very sort of total cricket.
Yeah.
they all kind of move in that kind of slightly metronomic, rather wonderful way, and they all know where they're supposed to be and where each other is and all that.
And great athleticism as well. She's forward to this,
Yeah.
Kemp, and this is going to fetch up at the wide, the wide mid-wicket boundary. A sprawling, desperate dive, can't prevent it going there, and it's one of these, and England are over 100 now.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
Just had to reach for that, Kemp, but she timed it well enough, and a valiant effort to stop it there, but in vain in the end. So 103 for 4, 2 balls left of this, the 15th over. This is driven hard back at the bowler and takes her off her feet. Actually, she can't get a hand to it, but it's only going to be a single as the fielder comes round from long on.
Would you call that a drop chance?
Well, I'd have to see it again to see it does come back. I mean, if you're being really harsh, it's at catchable height, but I think she did well to get out of the way ultimately. So she shoved her hands up and is falling backwards and trying to get her head out of the way at the same time. So, I mean, technically it's there past her at catchable height, but I think she's done well to escape without a physical injury.
It would have been.
And as a bowler, don't you want to protect your fingers anyway?
Yeah, but sometimes you don't. In the moment, you don't do it, do you? It's a full and slower Yorker length delivery, which Silverbrunt knocks to long on. Just a single there. That does complete the 15th over. It is 105 for 4. Messers.
Greystake says Will should consider dreads. There you go. Will, you done that yet?
Oh, I have done that in the past.
How did that work out?
I mean,
for you?
it wasn't really my fault. Dreads kind of happened because essentially, if you shave off half your hair for surgery, and then they leave surgical fluid in the other half, it dreads itself.
Okie doke.
It was a bit grim.
Yeah, that's enough information.
Sounds all right. Then. Giving it a go.
Shining Knight says we managed to force ads into football games with the hydration breaks. Brian in Brisbane says that Northampton Willie has just been carted for 20 runs off the 18th overs.
Can happen. Australian captain Sophie Molyneux back into the attack, or to continue, and it's outside the off stump and driven pleasantly by Silverbrunt. Brilliant timing. It races away to the extra cover boundary for one of these. But she's been good here, isn't she, Molyneux? Only gone for 10 from her first 2 overs. I think someone said she had the second meanest economy rate in this tournament, and you can see here she's really dropping on a line of length. But bowling in the last few overs here, it will be tested. Silverbrunt pulls this one out to the mid-wicket boundary, finds a fielder there, and just 1. So Kemp on strike. England to 110 for 4.
Sophie Molyneux feels like the Freya Kemp of the Aussie side, because she again should have so many caps for Australia, but she's been so unlucky with injury.
Well, she's the skipper now and doing a great job. Back in her crease goes Kemp and can't beat the fielder there at extra cover, so that is a rare and valuable dot ball at this stage of the innings. Kemp has 23 from 14.
My support for Australia is being tested here.
Oh, is it? This is wide and flashed at, and it's going to race down towards the third boundary. It's probably not quite going to reach there. A false shot from Kemp, but she's going to get a couple of runs for it. So why is it being tested, Messers?
Well, I'm obviously supporting Australia, but I do want to see a decent target set so we can have a good contest. So
yes.
It's tricky.
There will be a score posted. It's not going to be a total walk in the park. Although, well, who knows what's going to happen? But you'd think England would get at least 140, and hopefully a bit more than that. I would hope for 170, but that's looking increasingly unlikely as Kemp steers this one to long on, and they come through for a single. Yeah, it would take a monumental effort to get to 170 now. That's 57 runs away, and we've only got 25 balls left.
Yeah.
Silverbrunt back on strike. She steers this, flicks it really through square leg, just for 1, I think, and she'll be happy enough to take the strike at the start of the 17th over. It's 114 for 4 after 16. Messers.
Timothy Davis says cows have 4 cheeks and 4 stomachs. And my persistent grazing today will be aided with 4 stomachs.
I sometimes wish I had 4 stomachs and I could eat much more.
Oh,
that'd be great, wouldn't it?
I sometimes try. I sometimes act as if I do have 4 stomachs.
Yeah, ditto, which is a real problem.
We do definitely have 2 stomachs.
Do we?
Yeah, the whole dessert stomach is actually a thing. Like there is research. So
is it called
there's a
that?
thing in your brain.
Yeah.
There's it's a dessert stomach phenomenon or something, and they have kind of because your gut does have a second brain in it as well. It does. It
2 stomachs, several brains.
Well, yeah, there is you can take the human gut out of the human, and it would continue to be a living organism.
This is disturbing.
It's like Alien.
Yeah.
Too much information.
Sorry.
It's good though. Garth is going to come back into the attack. She's going to bowl to Nat Sciver-Brunt. In she comes now. This is down the leg side. That should be called a wide. Just having a look at the umpire, and it is indeed. So just the odd glimpse of ill discipline from this very disciplined bowling attack of Australia.
Yes.
You'd think that they'd be.
You know that Garth's mum and dad both played for Ireland.
Ah, yeah, I did know, and she played for Ireland. Someone said earlier as well. This is
she did. Yeah.
a slower ball turned into the leg side, and Sciver-Brunt gets 1. She's got 44 from 42 now. She will be thinking, I've got to go at least 2 runs a ball from here on in this innings. Otherwise, you know, if you're being really harsh, 44 or 42 match losing innings.
Possibly.
Garth is bowling her 4th and final over. She's really impressive figures of 1 for 14, economy rate of 4.42. So she's done a great job for her team so far. Up to the stumps comes Mooney. Yeah, you just need to score off everything now. There's no point trying to see off a bowler or target one. You've got to target everyone, haven't you? Only 4 overs minus a ball left, and just 116 for England.
Not good.
Not good
enough.
Well,
being just 4 wickets down gives them some space to take a lot of risks.
But that said, you think it's got to be down to these 2, really. You don't bring a new batter in at this point. It's really well bowled, full on the crease. And Kemp can't lay a bat on it. Great take from Mooney, and that's another valuable dot ball for Australia. Well bowled.
So Leah says, was that the over? Sorry.
No, we've only had 2 balls of this one.
Oh, beg your pardon. Wait then.
Squeeze them in if you want.
They're not flying in. Leah just points out that West Indies just lost their 2nd wicket. They're 124 for 2.
Kemp gets a full ball, drives it down the ground. It's going to be fielded at long on. Only the 1 there for England, so it's looking like a decent over so far for Australia. This started with a wide and just 2 singles after that. 3 balls left here in this over, which is the 17th of the innings. 117-4 is the score.
Australia, I swear they've got more fielders out there.
It looks that way, doesn't it? They're just vice-like grip on the game.
Yeah, there's always someone there.
Sciver-Brunt facing up to Garth now. She gets in a position, she gets in a lap sweep position, gets a big old leading edge. It actually goes, she was aiming it down at fine leg. It actually ends up at the 3rd boundary for one of these.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
So a tad bit fortunate there. Very much the edge of the bat and not where she was aiming, but the result that she was after. She's moved to 48. And England 221 for 4. 50 partnership as well from 37 balls. There has to be some sting in the tail here for England. There has to be some acceleration from the rate they're going at. This is flicked away nicely, nice timing. But she's just going to get 1 there, is Nat. So she moves to 49, brings Freya Kemp back on strike. 26 from 18 she has. 1 ball left of this 17th over. Did you tune in to see Rita Ora performing? Will?
I did actually.
Yeah, was it any good?
I don't like Rita Ora, but I felt really sorry for her because there was no one in when she started. Also, she had obviously got absolutely no idea what was going on cricket-wise.
Wide and full again, and once more Freya Kemp can't lay a bat on it. Clever bowling from Garth, another dot ball. She's got 1 for 20 from her 4 overs, an excellent spell, and England are 122 for 4 with just 3 overs remaining. Messers.
Excuse me. So Lockie says the only metric where England beats Australia is Prime Ministers per annum. At the moment, that's true.
I think we're rivaling Italy at the moment, which is quite something.
Yeah.
Leah says, in response to somebody talking about tripe and onions or red or white wine, which is Banana Brooks' question, she says tripe is actually delicious, just hard to cook well. Yeah, and it's hard to get my head around eating tripe. That's the other
I had
problem.
tripe as a tapas dish in Spain once. It was passable at best. Nat Silverbrunt is going to go to her 50 with a pull to deep backward square. We'll give her one of these.
Half a 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 century.
And it is tricky for these two because you're right, there are wickets in hand, but you don't want to bring new batters to the crease at this stage because that's going to chew up
exactly.
2, 3, 4 balls, which you can't really afford. So although you do have those wickets in hand, it's got to be these two really who are the in batters, and Kemp has a swipe at this one, gets an inside edge, it goes to backward square leg, and they trot through for one more. So that acceleration not quite coming yet. 124 for 4 is the score. 2 overs into the 18th over. And what are we seeing there? That could be a run out. No, it was an attempted hoik from Nat Silverbrunt. It hit her about her person, dropped down in front. They went through for a leg by, which they made in the end, but it was quite scruffy cricket, and actually I think Kemp would have been run out by quite a way if Mooney had hit the stumps there. Well, maybe by a yard. But it was high over the stumps, so Kemp survives, and she's on strike now. She pulls this one hard, wide of that mid-on fielder, and that is going to be one of these. 129 for 4, 2 balls left of the 18th over. Can they get up somewhere around that 150, 155 mark? At least give them something to bowl at.
Yeah, they need something.
We were hoping for I was hoping for 170 at least, but it looks like that's not going to happen.
I mean, that's yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Gardner round the wicket, and she makes herself a bit of room and flays this through the offside, but it is fielded there. Good field positioning again. The fielder running round from long off. So just one more, 130 for 4. Final ball of the 18th over.
That was taken by the Australian 17th fielder, though, so you know.
That's right. It does feel like they've got that real squeeze on. That's Silverbrunt with around 50 to her name. Gardner round the wicket to her, and she's back in her crease and pulling it to mid-wicket. Of course there's a fielder there. Silverbrunt through for 131 for 4 after 18. Any messages?
Well, Tim Wilton Davis, needlessly but correctly, says Test cricket is best cricket. Greystack says it's true, there are an enormous amount of neurons in the gut. It makes its own decisions at times. Brings a new meaning to the expression having a gut feeling.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
He also says tripe was probably a staple during rationing. I've no doubt it was. Brian in Brisbane is at Northampton watching the last Gloucestershire end at 223 for 4 with Sam's on 48 from 13, which is fairly decent knock.
Sutherland
Somerset, not
starts the
isn't it?
19th over. It's another pull from Silverbrunt, but once more it's just one as it's fielded at deep backward square. So I'm sad to report that the acceleration that many of us here were hoping for has not really happened. Nat Silverbrunt has, however, got most 50-plus scores at Women's World 2020 competitions. She's got 9 now. She's just gone ahead of Beth Mooney in that regard. Mooney may well have her say in the next innings.
Sorry, you're correct. Well, it is Somerset. I think Brian's had a couple too many beers.
Well, that's fair enough.
A full delivery.
Sam's used to play for Gloucester, so...
Full delivery that Kemp swipes to long on. Just another single. Singles are fine for Australia. They won't hurt them too much. And England have to find a way of finding the boundary here in the remaining 10 deliveries. Can they somehow get 20 runs from these last 10 balls?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
I think it's the very bare minimum that will give England some sort of hope. Full delivery, in fact, it's a full toss, a low full toss. Always difficult to get away there. They are going to come back for 2, though, as she played it to that deep square leg position. Fielder holds a hand up to say that throw wasn't the best coming back in, but overall it's been a fantastic bowling and fielding performance by Australia, as you would expect.
Yeah.
Siva Brunt back on strike, 135 for 4. 9 deliveries left of this innings.
Something that does give, something that gives me hope is that, because Garth and
a bit of a moon ball this delivery, but once more there is a fielder there at a wide, somewhere between wide mid-on and mid-wicket, so she fields that on the boundary, and I think they just managed 1 there. I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because Garth and Hamilton have done really well with the ball. It kind of gives me a bit of hope for Lauren Bell and Danny Gibson.
We've got talented bowlers of our own, of course.
Yeah.
Sutherland over the wicket to the left-handed Kemp's another low full toss. It's obviously a plan here, and she just clips it backward a square. 1 more to the total. 137 for 4. 18.5 have gone, so 7 deliveries left, and England must get 14 from these last 7. I think it will take them just above 150. Something to bowl at. Australia will still be very firm favourites, but it will at least give England something to cling on to and to bowl at. Another excellent ball, and it's a dot ball. Siva Brunt can't dig it out. It was a slower ball. It was Yorker length. Very well bowled by Sutherland. She finishes with 1 for 34. Fairly expensive in the context of this innings, but that was a pretty decent last over she's bowled there. It just went for 6, and England up against it.
Farong says it's kitchen sink time. They've still got 6 wickets in hand. Tim Wilton Davis says England right back position is like the defence against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts or British Prime Minister.
Snape at right back.
Lockie says Wigan Pier is the place for tripe. Gravesake says I ordered tripe at a restaurant once, as I always order meals. I can't or won't cook. It was lovely.
Captain Sophie Molyneux is going to come on and bowl the final over in this innings, the first innings of this exciting Women's T20 World Cup final at Lord's. A big old swipe from Freya Kemp to a ball just outside the off stump. It's just going to be 1 again, though, as Elise Perry fields that at long on. Nat Siva Brunt, 5 deliveries. What can you do, Nat? What can you do for the team? She's looking around. Where are the boundary options? What's she going to try? Will she premeditate something, or will she play the ball on its merits? I think possibly you've got to premeditate something. I think you might have to use your feet, come down the wicket, try and dominate these last 5 balls. Only 138 on the scoreboard for 4 wickets lost. Molyneux round the wicket, flights it up, floated over extra cover. It's probably just going to be 1, I think. No, they are coming back for 2. Well run there. So 2 more to the total. 140 for 4. Siva Brunt to 57. But she'll look at that on paper and go, it's not quite the strike rate that was required. And maybe the pitch is not as, maybe it's not coming onto the bat as we see at Trent Bridge or the Oval these days. Maybe the pitch looks good enough to me, but maybe it is a bit stoppy. Who knows? Certainly, the Australian bowlers have made the most of whatever conditions.
I mean, they've definitely done. Yeah, they've definitely done everything they can with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Molyneux round the wicket, and down the wicket she comes again, Siva Brunt, and she steers this into the leg side. It is going to be just 1 this time, as she finds the fielder there on the deep mid-wicket boundary. 1 for 1 for 4. 3 balls left of this England innings. What can they set Australia? I think whatever they set from here, Australia will feel super confident of chasing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Round the wicket comes Molyneux to the left-handed Kemp. She's banged this back over her head. Is it going to go all the way? I think it has gone all the way. A much-needed injection there right at the end. It's one of these. England snookered on 147 for 4 now. 2 deliveries left of this innings. Very well played by Freya Kemp, using those long levers to great effect and banging it back over the bowler's head. Beautifully timed. 2 deliveries left. 147 at the moment on the scoreboard. Freya Kemp into the 40s. Very useful hand. 41 from 26. Her captain at the other end, 58 from 53. It's been a good partnership, actually. Must be around about 70, the partnership, something like that.
It must be.
Kemp waits. She's back in the crease this time and banging it through the leg side. I think they can. Oh, they are going to come back for 2, and they make it. A bit of a fumble by Molyneux at the stumps there. Otherwise, she probably would have run out Siva Brunt, but they're back. So Kemp it is who will face that last delivery. 149 for 4. So you'd hope now.
79 from 54 balls. That is.
Yeah, good part. Thank you, Messers, for the stats.
I think also something,
Kemp facing up to the last ball, and she's back in the crease, and she bashes this over mid-on. It bounces, 1 bounce to the fielder. They just take the 1, so it's around 150 that England will attempt to defend, and Australia, they are all smiles. England look a little bit frustrated as well, they might, but it is at least a score on the board. It's finals, pressure, scoreboard pressure, all that sort of stuff. But I think England will feel they've left 20 runs out there.
Yeah, definitely. It's yours to lose now, Messi, I reckon.
Well, not mine personally. I would lose it very easily. They are relentless, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are.
And that's one thing that England seems to lack, is someone with the real aggression that comes through.
Yeah.
Just 1 or 2 people who can really whack it a lot.
Yeah, and I had high hopes for Alice Capsey doing that. I think she's really got star quality. She was in great form leading up to the tournament. Wasn't even guaranteed a place in the 11, but I was very much advocating her being in the 11. I'm very glad she is. I just thought today could be a day for someone like her to go and play a statement innings. It wasn't to be. She got out bowled around her legs, having made just 21 or something. But anyway, score on the board, we shall see.
Indeed we shall. Grace Lake says that inside Hindu countries, cows are sacred. Outside, they're scared. And if England bowls perfectly and Australia totally falls to bits and plays like shit, this could be close, says Lockie.
Well,
okay, we'll take
England. Have got to be aggressive. Lauren Bell up front, Sophie Eccleston is a strike bowler. We've got bowlers who can go on a run and take those wickets, and I think we've just got to be super aggressive and look to do that from the word go. Australia don't have to do anything particularly out of the ordinary, so it's up to England to try and drive the game and get that glory, but we shall see. Right, are we going to have a little break now, chaps?
Yes, I think they'll probably take 20 minutes during the final, something like that.
Fair enough.
We shall be alert to them coming back on earlier.
See you soon. See you momentarily.
Yes.
Indeed.
Thanks, Will. Thanks, Messers.
Bye. Cheers.
Sonic coming up for you. Let's talk about the T20s, shall we, chaps? Either World T20s. Overall, just judging it as a competition for entertainment value and putting to one side bare the fact that there might have been 1 or 2 games you thought, why am I the only one in the studio for...
Yeah, very much so, Tony.
For UAE battling Canada, which I don't think we did, by the way. What did we think?
Do you want to take it and Endo, or do you want me to go? I'll go. All right. I really enjoyed it.
Sure. I mean, go for it. No, you go for it. Yeah.
I like it as a competition. I think they should. I don't mind the fact that it'll be every cut better than the IPL by a long shot. It's half the length and more exciting. It gives you something to actually grab. I mean, the problem, the IPL is the primary, T20 competition in the world, but the problem is that teams keep changing every year, and I don't really have anyone to support. And I think it's probably, obviously in India it's massive, but they it here and we do a few games and you go, well, and there's a couple of English players and I quite like watching them, etc., etc. Whereas it's an international competition, right? So you get to support your team and you watch the other teams. And you have people you like, people you don't like, and it's short and sharp. It's 4 weeks. There's games every day. And it's a fun competition. I think it's good. I mean, it's T20, so anyone can win. India were favourites, they won, all well and good. I think any one of the teams in the quarterfinals could have won it. Finals, but yeah, as a competition, I do enjoy it. I enjoy it much more than a one-day World Cup, which goes on interminably long, with too many games for me. But as an international competition, yeah, I quite enjoy it.
I'd go along with that. An Indo, I mean, apart from winning, obviously, which helps. As a showpiece event, how did you enjoy it?
I actually liked it more than I thought I would because, honestly, having a World Cup every 2 years is a bit much. And if you go with the number of World Cups that the ICC has, you've got 3 every 4 years, pretty much. And between T20 and ODI. And then if you include the Champions Trophy, you have one every year. So it's a lot of international competitions. But this one, I think, was very interesting because you had some teams you didn't expect to see there. So, you had the UAEs, you had the US for the second time.
Italy, for crying out loud.
Italy. I mean, Italy was like... I mean,
Australia B, but, Italy, yeah.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed their, for example...
the Moscows.
They really... Yeah. I mean, they were really entertaining. They were much better than I thought they would be. On the other hand, there were, Nepal for all the pre-tournament hype, because they had been doing well over a period of time, was, I think, a bit of a disappointment other than the match against England. Yeah. So it's a bit of both. But I think you had a few teams which were a class apart. And that was very clear. So those are probably the teams which went to the semi-finals. So I think you take out those 4, and the others were sort of tier 2. That's
New Zealand, South Africa, England,
India, and yeah.
I think you could probably bung West Indies.
West Indies to an extent, yeah. West Indies to an extent, yes. Yeah.
Is it not? I mean, to a certain extent, I know, Bear, you say this a lot. Is the format the more the likelihood for a surprise?
Of course.
But is that still absolutely true when teams have become so trained, practiced and skilled in this particular format? I mean, I would have agreed with you up to probably a couple of years ago, but I just have a feeling now that the specialism in it, the ubiquity of it, and therefore the capabilities of the top teams are more of a class apart.
I'd say
than they had been, I'd literally say just a couple of years ago.
I might say more so in the bowling, weirdly. I think in the in batting, clearly you've got better batsmen at better sides, but in a biffing competition, if anyone with a bit of nous and a bit of class gets in, I mean, you look at who's the guy, captain of Zimbabwe?
Sikandar Raza.
Sikandar Raza.
Yeah, exactly. The Mosca brothers, things like that. I mean, they both. One of them played BBL or something. I mean, at the end of the day, they played to a certain standard, and they clearly got an eye, right? And if they get in, they're good for a 60, 70 and 20, 30, 40 balls. And to beat any big side, I mean, look, Zimbabwe beat Australia, Zimbabwe beat Sri Lanka. I mean, okay, you wouldn't call them you wouldn't put them down.
They're not technically an associate nation.
No, they're not. But I mean, you look what happened to them when they got...
They're a surprise package.
Yeah, but when they got through to the Super 8,
I mean, India under 19 at the moment would beat Australia in T20 cricket. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the team that showed up for Australia was total shite. I mean, it was fun to watch them be so humiliated. But I mean, they've got better players than that. You'd think.
Yeah,
their bowling unit decimated, wasn't it? Without the big three. I mean, Starks retired, and
to your point, you can't do it without the bowlers, right? It's a format where they have become really so important, because otherwise the batters are just going to go at it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure I agree with where actually, Tony. I'm more on your side on this one, because I don't know if you have managed to take a look at the article that I wrote today on the T20 World Cup.
I was coming on to do that, but when it comes to shameless self-promotion, you are unparalleled.
Absolutely. I mean, who else would do it?
I was about to, but you. But you just couldn't wait.
I couldn't, because you brought up the topic. So I might as well do the self-promotion now. It's not like I get paid for every read, but it's fine. What I think is interesting in that, and what I wrote there, is that I wrote this about India, but I think it's equally true about South Africa and England, for example, to name at least two teams. Not so much New Zealand, I think. That the way T20 has evolved over the last 2 years is so much specialization in positions, and that includes the batting, and to a great extent it is the batting. It's also become formulaic in terms of how do you score those number of runs and how do you outscore the opposition, and people have arrived at a formula at the moment. And for that, you need those specialists. So at the top, you need two guys who are going at 200 strike rate. In the middle order, you need people who are 1.5 runs a ball. Otherwise, they don't fit in there.
The top four,
and then you need these all-rounders. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The top 3 or 4 in the last 2 years. Yeah, the last 2 years. That's the formula that they've really come with. And I don't think the other teams are consistently able to do that, because maybe they just don't have the talent or the number of people to slot into those positions. That might be. They might know the strategy.
I'd agree with that entirely, but consistently that's the case. But my point is, on a one-off day, on a bad day for one team and a very good day for another team, and in a format like a World Cup, you're going to get 1 or 2 games where the minor nation wallops the bigger nation, and that and in that sense, that puts
even two major nations.
Out,
I mean, look at even 2 major nations. Look at the semi-final, the South Africa-New Zealand semi-final. I mean, that was just crazy, right?
Yeah,
the way that panned out.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we all thought South Africa would go through. I thought 177 was a reasonable score, and they knocked it off in 12.5 overs or something. Phil Allen
overs,
Then Phil Allen gets out in about the 3rd over the final, and everyone thinks, and then it all just went downhill from there. And equally, the other semi-final, when you guys got 250 odd, I was thinking, fuck, we're all out for 90 here, chasing an unrealistic score, and then we lost by 6 runs in the end. It was quite mad.
But I think that was a strange result. It was down obviously to the unbelievable brilliance of Bethel, but you've also got to look at
the drop catch by the fucking skipper.
You can't look at that, and he's held his since then and gone, yes, I think that lost us the final. What else can you say? And it did play on his mind, and he was very honest.
In your words,
but you've also
got how close to Tony? Sorry. Sorry. No, go for it.
No, I was going to say, but you have to look at the 8 overs that were bowled by Bumrah and Hardik combined, which was 6 overs for about 70 runs. For I think 8.9-ish combined between them, and no England batter. The closest any England bowler got to bowling under 10 was Jacks, who took 2 for 40, I think, which is exactly 10. No one else got close to that level of penetration and control. So yes, if you combine those two things,
but there's a lot
what might have happened had.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of conditions.
Actually, there's a third. No, in terms of how close they were, the scores were, there is actually a third element which I think people forget looking at the scoreboard, which is that in the 20th over of the England innings, when England had no wickets left except Jofra Archer
we are back. Podcasts
We are.
are off. Al is in the chair. Will hasn't appeared yet, but he must be.
He will. Give him a sec.
Must be buried somewhere. 8 under the average first inning score for the tournament. India got 170 here against Australia at Lords, and wasn't anything like enough. England got 186, I think, against New Zealand.
I think
that was
this
enough.
is. Well, Tone. The difference is, this is the green machine we're talking about here.
The green machine. Lean,
Yeah.
mean, green fighting machine.
Well, they are the best in the world. Proven.
They are. Right, I am actually not here because it should be Messers. I am simply button pushing.
I am here.
I am here.
Right. We have a terrifically talented trio.
Who are on
me.
next?
It's very harsh of you to say that, Tony.
Brutal.
We'll talk about your
Yes,
efforts
your
at boosting
cars.
morale in your performance review at the end.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. I have been uploading jingles though. I have.
Oh,
so
well,
we have a full jingle cart. I'm happy to
Well,
say
that's-
for all both teams.
That's good. Only for halfway through the final. That's good. It's going to be Georgia Vol.
All of this will be noted in our board meeting.
Yeah, Georgia Vol
Right, here she is then.
and Beth Mooney, I think.
Georgia Vol. Riding into town like a hired gun. Vol.
I like that.
Right. It's going to be Charlie Dean who's going to open the bowling.
Please tell me she. Oh Lord, no, she's not going to be there. It's England men.
What's that about uploading jingles, Tony?
I've got her right. She's right here.
Coming around the wicket, first ball has been smashed past mid-on, and in a blink of an eye, 4 for no wicket.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary, crossing a boundary.
Uppish, but well over the top of a mid-on's head. Next ball is, oh, that's a wrap on the pads, and that's been given out. The slow finger of death. Ball 4 and out. Looking already like, can I use my review on me?
Don't use your review. That's plum.
That is so gone. You're an idiot. You're a fool to yourself.
Will and Jez both think that this is absolutely out.
Oh, it's dead as a doornail. Yeah, that's absolutely.
I was definitely in. Were you definitely in? I don't know.
There's no bat anywhere near it. It's hit the back leg.
Yeah, that's hitting middle and leg, or maybe middle.
Oh, pitched outside
It's
leg.
pitched outside leg.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell.
And
Oh, wow,
quite a
by
considerable
miles.
distance outside leg as well.
Okay, I apologise for being totally crap at that. I had her well out.
Will, your apology, please.
I apologise for nothing. That rule is stupid.
Spoken like a bowler, Will. Spoken like a bowler.
Yes.
Dean in again. Bowl just a little half step. Plays to wide mid-on. Take a single. 5 for no wicket. Is it true, Will, that you regret ringing?
Yeah, well, I regret nothing. That's out. That should be out.
But it's not out.
Dino's been robbed.
But it's been not out for longer than we've all been alive.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
I know.
Yeah, this isn't
But it
some
shouldn't
new
be.
foible that they've just come up with.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly those noises.
Yeah. Charlie Dean is is it a cut shot? Not well timed. I think that's Wyatt Hodge swooping in. no run. 5 for no wicket. 2 balls left. A blind refusal to accept the laws of cricket from my colour analyst colleague, as this is just a dab again by Beth Mooney. Sharp fielding at the edge of the circle at backward point, and there's no run. Deep fielders at long on and deep mid wicket for Beth Mooney. Everybody else, as per the rules that Will probably disagrees with, inside the circle. Beth Mooney cuts that away, but it gets a half stop at backward point. That'll be a single 6 for no wicket after 1 over. Jez, who in the wide world of sports have we got with us?
Well, Tim Milton Davies is still with us. He says, I'm ruminating the plight of ruminants being ruminated by humans. Gravestake says, the Aussies look a bit happy with themselves. Can't be doing that. And Saturday Player, which is another name I haven't come across before, excuse me, says, very comfortable win for Australia. We shall see. We shall see.
We shall see.
Things happen in finals.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to know whether the crowd has any impact too.
They need early wickets to kind of bolster the belief of the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the England bowler.
It's Lauren Bell. Bell.
This is a callback.
Bell.
Yes.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, Lauren Bell in. A step to leg by Beth Mooney. She was aiming over extra cover, but a swing and a miss.
She's bowling too.
Just a few more hours, and I'll be right home to you. I think I hear them calling. Oh, Beth, what can I do? Beth, what can I do?
So Bell coming in. Mooney moves across her stumps. Panic at the non-strike end. Gone for all money was Vol if there was a hit. Groans from the studio tell us that there was not. 6 for no wicket. Just goes down as a dot ball in the scorecard.
The Australians look a bit flighty, to be honest.
Panic at the disco, boys.
Somebody needed to be backing up though. England were asleep.
Yeah. I bet they're regretting the lineup, because having a Lauren Filer or a Izzy Wong just for that extra pace would be quite fun now.
A mistimed cover drive will drop maybe 5-10 yards inside the circle, and by the time the fielders converge, a single taking the total to 7. So we've had a boundary, a couple of mistimed shots, 2 near wickets, although 1 clearly not out following the rules of cricket.
Except those that apply in Bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it's a law unto itself.
Do you not think that the whole 2 behind square and things?
Oh, that is a terrible wide, and it should have been taken by first slip. The keeper's pushed it out the way of first slip, and that will be 5 wide.
Oh, wow.
5 wide.
Good.
It was very close to being 5 no balls, actually.
Wide.
Does that mean 5 free hits? Oh, it's been signalled as a no ball.
It is a 5 no balls.
Lauren.
So that didn't even hit the cut and prepared. That pitched on the green, folks. So is that 5 free hits?
Oh, it should be, shouldn't it? No, I don't think so.
just your 12 ball over.
If it is, we could get it done this over.
So it's our free hit. Sure, pulled by Vol. There is nobody at deep square leg. 1 bounce and 4 runs.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
So, just to clear up the scoring notation, it was a no ball and 4 byes. For those of you scoring at home, or even if you're by yourself, that was 1 no ball and 4 byes. So
I think it said 1 no ball plus 4 no balls, didn't it?
4 byes.
Yeah. Oh, 4 byes.
That's going to be a wide down the leg side. The bell radar is not great at the moment. Still 2 balls left. 7 off this over so far.
Well, there is a war going on between Sky and Cricinfo, because Cricinfo's got those as no balls.
Well, don't know. Oh, and played on. 17 for 1. Vol tries to cut a ball that's too close to her, plays it onto her, stumps, bell strikes. Vol mystified by a ball that was within her wheelhouse to hit. And she's edged, and she's played on, and she's got to go. 17 for 1.
On your bike, mate.
I should say that Sky has won, and Cricinfo has conceded it. They've now got it as 4 byes plus 1 no ball, which I think is a bit unfair on the keeper. I reckon the bowlers should cop that. Anyhow, no difference in the end. But
so, Vol departs, and it's going to be Litchfield who's going to come to the crease.
She is.
So Phoebe's facing, she comes down the pitch, first ball, lovely on drive, that was beautifully timed, sweet as a knot, 4 runs.
4 on the floor, and 1 more 4 than the 4 before, that's what 4s are for, to get funky on the dance floor.
21 for 2 at the end of 2 overs, Jez.
There's not a lot going on YouTube at the moment, other than Daz Reynolds saying, when's the next 2020? The one between India and England. I think that's on
Tuesday.
Is it? Yeah.
I need to speak to you about Tuesday Town. No, I can only do the second innings.
Okay.
So.
Well, I can't do either, so we'll have to see what the state of play is. I'll have a look tomorrow.
Okay. So just thought I'd let you know, I've got a work commitment I can't get out of. It's going to be Smith who's going to bowl next.
Smith.
It is a surname that requires a New Zealand accent, isn't it? Smith.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Piggy doesn't usually draw that.
Bowling around the stumps. This one is carted towards cow corner by Mooney. And they will take 2 off this first delivery. Should we jingle up the bowler tone?
We can do that. The lass from, she's from Hillingdon, I think, but she's a Watford fan, bless her.
Oh, God. I mean, if she hasn't got enough to deal with.
Poor love.
Bowling around the wicket. Very wide of leg stump.
She is.
Oh, hey, Lindsay, you're the one that we want to see. We need you at the ground today. Lindsay Smith, I hope you're on your way.
That second delivery was only played as far as square leg. This one, though, has been slogged into the deep, and that has been misfielded.
2 + 2 is our member.
Not sure what was going on there, gents, with the fielding.
No,
not
very
a lot, really.
If you've only got 150 runs to play with, you cannot misfield. And a sprawling dive, but just out the grasp.
That just wouldn't happen the other way around, would it?
Yeah. This next delivery, Smith being quick about her business, is fielded by the bowler as she moves sharply to her left. And there'll be no run.
I love her journey to international cricket. You know, the fact that she only made her debut at 30.
That is too short and pulled away again by Mooney. Missed time will be fielded in the deep. And there will be a single 28 for 1 with 1 ball left of the third. So what's the journey, Will?
She just came in really, really late. She only made her ODI debut at 30. She only came into the T20 stuff in her late 20s. She only went pro after she made her international debut, I think. It's just a very rare thing because mostly they get them in really early.
This one pushed across Litchfield, driven smartly and hard down to long off. There'll be a single. Litchfield will retain the strike. She's on 5, Mooney 9, Australia 29 for 1 after the 3. Jez.
Well, we've got nothing new on YouTube. Litchfield is looking very, very comfortable and aggressive. It's a bit scary because with Australia, some of Australia's batting aging, all of a sudden you've got people like Litchfield coming in at the age of 23. It's sort of like it's just going to continue on, doesn't it?
There's a few blue sky
Litchfield at only 23.
Oh, someone blue sky. Oh, good old blue sky. Are there?
Well, Lucy's listening to us in Spain, I think. I was very grateful for us being there. There's a couple of others.
Oh,
Bell will continue. This ball on the legs, turned behind square on the leg side. They look for 2, but there'll only be a single.
Yes, thank you, Lucy. Lucy Gunner says, I'm in Spain, so I've got video coverage but via the ICC website, but no comms. So you're very welcome to my ears. Thank you, Lucy. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thanks, Lucy. Good to have you with us. I just if you look at loads of the England setup, they all came in really, really early.
Bell in Mooney this time with a handsome off drive, and it's too sharp for mid off, and that will go for
4.
Lovely to watch from Beth Mooney. Coming down the ground, taking the attack back to the bowler. Now, I can't quite remember what score England were at the end of their power play, but 34 for 1 so far in the part of the way through the fourth over is sending a message.
39 for 2 at the end of the power play, so Australia are going to be ahead.
Feels like it. As we see some pictures of the DJ.
You always know it's going well when they're focusing on the DJ.
Yeah,
Well, there's been no crowd wave yet. Bell in again on the hip of Mooney. Can't play the ball square. And Jones will just run around and throw the ball back to the bowler. No run. Halfway through the fourth over. Bell at the back of her mark. Coming in for this fourth ball of the fourth over. Mooney has gone down the ground. Now, is it high enough? Is it far enough? Well, it's beaten the fielders. And it just dribbles to the sponge for one of these. What do we reckon, gents? Mid on and mid off in the circle. And the Australians counter-attacking by going straight.
Make the best of the power play,
I just hope that when the power play ends, we're still vaguely in contention.
2 balls left. This one cut away. But there is a deep point there to be able to mop things up. 39 for 1 with 1 ball left of this fourth over.
I mean, they're basically going at 10 and over, so...
The target 151. The two deep fielders are deep cover and deep square leg. That is down the leg side. If there's no bat on that, it's a wide. It's been signalled as a wide, so that will be 2 wides to the toe. Moving the total to 41. So that'll be 1 wide and 1 by. So this last ball again, cut away and cut between backward point and short third, and that will race away to the boundary. Bell has figures of 1 for 27. 45 for 1 at the end of the over, Jez.
That is such a Beth Mooney shot. She is so good at that. She really is. And everybody's just gone on strike on YouTube. There's 86 people watching, but they're all very, very quiet, or they're asleep, or they're just drinking solidly. So do say hello. Let us know where you're from. Just let us know you're there, because otherwise we feel like we're speaking to the void. The void doesn't speak back. I got to say,
not in your.
Beth Mooney is one of my favourite Victorians. As a West Australians, we don't generally like Victorians, but she plays for the Perth Scorchers and does a fantastic job. She and Sophie Devine open for the Perth Scorchers every year.
Dean will bowl her second over. Litchfield uses her feet, but can only push the ball to cover for no run. Dean coming around the wicket. Litchfield with a big step to the offside and a sweep, and there is no one there to be able to stop the ball thudding into the boundary for another one of these.
Now my end is going, great guns, I hit the ball, 4 runs, I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
The green machine in full effect.
Oh, so depressing.
Not if you're Australian. I know we do have Australian listeners.
Yeah.
We do.
And I resent that right now.
Third ball of this over is cut. A backward point will stop the ball for no run.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I know.
I have to
I'm
say,
a
our
very
Australian
bad
listeners
loser.
have been very, very generous with their support for us. So
They
so
are.
don't rubbish them too much.
Oh, Litchfield has hit this ball high and hard over mid-off, and there will be a small interaction, and that's been classified as a 6.
Let's talk
I think if
about 6. Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6.
It just shows that they're better people than me. Because I'm quite ready to have a strop and throw my
You're
toys
going to
out the
throw
pram.
all your toys out the pram, are you?
Oh yeah.
dear.
Okay.
I'm very ready for that.
Okay. Well, I'll come to you at the end of this ball then. In that case, 55 for 1. They're going at 11 3/4 and over, which is more than they need.
Oh.
So Litchfield tries to go back in a crease and ends up playing the ball back to the bowler. And there's
The
no
footwork,
run.
though, for that 6.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Head still, even with that movement to the ball at the time of impact, the head's still. Absolutely right out the textbook. 1 ball left to go in this 5th over. 10 from this over so far. Litchfield defends, looks very disappointed about defending. So that's the end of the 5th over, 55 for 1.
Very comfortable win for Australia. Oh, I did that one already.
It may be
Banana
more.
Brooks says we're just not coping. Brown in Brisbane says looks like Northants aren't going to get 9 wins in a row. They're currently 77 for 4 in the 10th, chasing 224. Arcady Renko says Aussies in a hurry. They will win in 14. Too hot in England. There's Rich Turner. Mark Zips asked me to check Blue Sky again. I will in a second. Go for it, Will, says Banana Brooks. Brannan says, poor Will, sounds so sad.
Yeah.
And Nick Brown says, currently
who?
listening for Indonesia. It's 11:45 at night here. Welcome, Nick.
Welcome, Nick. Smith to bowl. And that is played by Mooney from outside off stump towards long on. Take a single. Smith's second over. And you in the same way, Will, that you want to strop, it's like you could probably feel the air being let out of the balloon, can't you, with the in the crowd?
Oh yeah, it's just. I think the thing that gets me is I love this England team.
A reverse now, thudding into the pad. But so we'll see the DRS timer, but there's no real effort to try and have a chat about it. So that will be a dot.
Because unlike the men's team, they're not all bell ends.
Well, true enough, and this is cut by Litchfield, but can only find cover, no run. .56 for one, halfway through the sixth over. This is on leg stump, and there will be played towards where deep mid wicket and mid on meet. Take a single. Litchfield 17, Mooney 23. 57 for one.
And I swear Beth Mooney's not a human. She's definitely some form of cyborg type. She's too good, you know?
Oh, she's carted this ball towards deep square leg. The fielder in the deep is in front of square, and that's the third boundary where she's not been able to get there. I don't really like the fielding position there. Too far in front of square.
Yeah.
And that moves the total to 61 for one.
Oh, God. They're not even playing Alana King.
If you get one of these two out, but then you have to deal with Elise Perry.
Oh, God.
Yeah. This one on a middle and leg is pushed down the ground to long on. That's a single. At the end of the power play, 62 for one as opposed to 39 for two.
And we will almost certainly have a drinks break now. Mark Zipp has sent us a couple of photos on Blue Sky. He says, hello from the July the 4th record sale in Woodstock. Listening to you and watching the dodgy internet stream. And a couple of pictures of his massive collection of vinyl that he puts up for sale every time he goes to one of these events. But he's got the cricket on in the background. No Americans actually watching the cricket, but I think it's very important they should be exposed to it as much as possible. Very good move there, Mark. Really good. And I've no doubt he's got the Guerrilla Cricket commentary blaring out and is open to a discount for anybody mentioning Guerrilla Cricket to him. So, yeah, go for it. Mark's been a very generous supporter of ours over the years. Thank you, Mark. Banana Brook says, I'll start. Bell was shit. Gracex says, I'm reserving my anti-English energy to support Mexico. They need it more than this green team. Well, my worry about Mexico winning is if they do win, given that 4 people were killed after their last win, and this is a further round in, how many people are going to die if Mexico wins? So I think it probably saves life if England wins.
Are you aware of Mexico's curse of the 5th game?
Got no fucking idea about it. No.
They've never won 5 games. They've never got past what would be their 5th game.
Oh wow!
In any tournament.
Bit like England for the last 40 years, then.
Well,
sorry, that's not fair.
Well,
or accurate.
Not accurate. I would turn around and say. I mean, by all means, by all means, root against them. But
Accurately.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. It's just that, every time I hear someone say it's coming home, I think, fuck it.
No, don't start with that.
Yeah, no.
It's coming home if you live in Paris.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe
Lucky
Madrid.
says Visible Will secretly adores Beth Mooney.
I think so. I think there's
I do.
I think there's a little
the
itty
thing is,
bitty
I
shrine.
love her, but she just slightly terrifies me because she is so good that you just kind of go, well, where, what, how? Also, how is Phoebe Litchfield only 23? That's not right.
It reminds me of a line from a song in the musical Hair called Frank Mills, where the girl says, I love him, but it embarrasses me to walk down the street with him. And it sounds that's a bit like you and Beth Mooney to me.
Well,
that's very, very accurate. Although I think she would be embarrassed to walk down the street with me, not the other way around.
Oh, hello. We'll explore these issues after the drinks break. It's going to be Kemp who's going to replace Dean for this 7th over. Oh, and that's gone into the air. Chip towards square leg. Is there a catcher? No. It went down towards long leg, and there's nobody there. And that's just going to be 2 runs to the total.
Try the jingle again.
She's right there, I think she's real.
What was that?
That's Freya.
What was that? Was that just...
It was very distorted.
So Kemp is going to come in again, left arm over the wicket, and that is nudged just behind backward of square on the leg side by Mooney. Take a single. I must say that we are in officially the consolidate phase of the innings, according to the ICC. It's very important that we get these right. We've been through launch, Will, and now we're in consolidate.
I don't think the launch was successful.
Maybe. And this is outside the off stump. Played towards a vacant mid-wicket. Bear, hold your anger. And that will be a single to the total. We're going to have a change at the end of this over.
From an England point of view, obviously, from an Aussie point of view.
From a Guerrilla point of view. There's going to be a change.
Ah.
So you better get your meltdown in now.
Yeah,
Will.
get it where you can.
This is me having a meltdown. I'm just quite quiet
that's
about
been.
it.
It was wide outside the off stump. Nothing more than a little edge by Mooney, and there is no one that fine, and it's gone for 4.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary,
There was a little under edge. 70 for 1 the total. 151 is the target. So we're nearly at halfway, and they've done it in this pair have put on 53 in 30 balls. Kemp will come in. More on the hip. Tried to turn away, short, fine leg. Will do the fielding, but that is a sharply taken single, boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
That little clip off the hip is so Beth Mooney, and she's very fast for those singles.
Yeah, the commitment from the non-striker is what we kind of need to think about there, isn't it?
And well, the fact that Phoebe Litchfield is just on it immediately.
Yeah. Well, Litchfield has hit this ball again towards vacant mid-wicket. Deep mid-wicket will come in. That's the end of the over. It's 7 in the books. It is 72 for 1. And this is all got away from England very quickly.
Indeed. So I shall leave you. We shall leave you with Grubby and who we got? Katie.
Hello.
And somebody else.
It's me.
That's you. Okay.
I'm
cheers.
going to struggle with social media for a second.
Well,
good luck.
This is monumentally disappointing. Not to see you though, Katie. It's been a while. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Lovely to be back here.
Good.
Yeah, at the end of the first innings, I was thinking a bit disappointing. I could imagine England doing something amazing and winning this. Like you'd have to do really well, but it could happen. And now, if England did win from here, it would be colossally unfair because they've just been so outplayed. I would be out in the streets protesting if England won this from where they are now.
Well, we've got a new bowler who's this woman. And she starts with the ball on the hip of Mooney, and she comes through for a single, having turned it into the leg side.
Isn't the 8th over a little late for Sophie Eccleston in
Well,
this scenario?
this will be the plan. That was Litchfield, by the way, I think, who got that single. This would have been the plan. Unfortunately, all the plans have just been smashed to smithereens on the rocks of some Australian excellence. Mooney is on strike this time, who gets a full ball and plays it up to long on for another comfortable single. That's what they can do now. They can just knock it around. They need a runner ball. 77 required from 76 balls. Got to such a flyer here.
You should do the shipping forecast with that description, Grubby.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully it's getting better later, or good later, or something like that. This is a rare dot ball, full and played to cover. Yeah, it's. Honestly, I'm sitting over there in the green room, just going, "This is fucking Beth Mooney. Just fuck off." Full, swept, under edged, down to long leg. It's going to race all the way. It's going to be yet another one of these. I genuinely think it's a massive psychological barrier for this England team, who've been thumped by Australia famously in the Ashes and in however many T20s in a row. You know, on paper, there's not that much between these two sides, but every time they play, certainly in recent times, it's very one-sided, Katie, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's also the case when everyone else plays Australia as well.
They're a hell of a team. I'd like to think that England have got a very talented side as well, as this one is played out to deep cover, and they're through for one more. And I would just like to think it's more competitive, and it's just like it's almost you've sort of lost before a ball's been bowled. That's what's disappointing.
Well, I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to is this time next week they're going to be playing a test match.
Oh, lovely! Yeah, full delivery played to long off by Litchfield. That's one more to the total. So 80 for one after 8.
They'll be back here at Lord's in white against India. So I think that could be a really interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Hopefully quite a lot less one-sided.
Yeah, no, it could be a good game, that, hopefully. And we'll see a lot of these players, I'm sure, on display in the test team as well. Is Tammy Beaumont come back in for the test?
Oh, I was just looking at the squad, actually. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yep, she's in there.
See, in the sort of twilight of her international career at the moment, but still a hell of a player. Overlooked for this form of the game, but that's fine. That's as it should be. Competitive and elite teams picked, so people are going to miss out. And I think England have managed to get their best 11 on the pitch. Actually, I think prior to the tournament, Sophia Dunkley always looks a little bit kind of like she gets in and gets out. So I'm not surprised to see her out of the 11. We're going to have a change of bowling here. It's going to be somebody whom I don't actually have it in the car. It's Danny Gibson.
Danny Gibson.
Danny Gibson. Yeah.
She's there. She's there. She's there.
I've definitely heard Tony trying to get her into the cart, but she's not quite made it in. Production notes.
That sounds like an incident at Waitrose.
Out of the cart. She's over the wicket, and back goes Mooney and pulls this aggressively through mid-wicket. Just one here. Beautiful day there at Lord's. Lots of people I'm sure we know. My son's there. My son Bertie's there with his mate Charlie.
Yeah.
And they also went to the semi-final. Pretty cool. The great and the good of the game.
Which the semi-final?
England-South Africa.
That was a good game.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, England were in a little bit of trouble early on, but won it comfortably in the end. I mean, these are the two best teams in this tournament, both unbeaten going into this final, unsurprisingly. But currently...
I'd hoped West Indies would give Australia a bit more of a run for their money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. This is defended into the onside, there's no run. But again, it's just that psychological hold that they have over not just England, but many of the teams they play.
Yeah, and I'm not sure England have played Australia better than West Indies did, to be fair.
Looks like she's got a leg stump guard here, Litchfield.
She's really backing away, isn't she?
Yeah, opened up her stance with Gibson coming over the wicket to her. Right arm bowler to the left hand, and she absolutely drills this back past the bowler. That fielder is quite straight at long off, not going to make it, and it is another one of these. She's nailed that one.
She made a half century when I went to see him play South Africa. And she got out just after making 50, and I've never seen anyone more furious in all my life.
Gibson bowls a full delivery. It's driven through point by Litchfield, backward point. They're going to get one there. So the tournament coming to an end. We're seeing a few images of that tournament. Is that Sophie Devine from New Zealand? Is she retiring now eventually?
Yeah, I think one of the 3 New Zealanders that are retiring.
Yeah, I mean Sophie Devine, yeah, Bates and Tahuhu as well. Stalwarts of that team, but time waits for no one.
New Zealand have got a lot of building to do in their squad with those retirements.
A shorter ball, a slower, shorter ball by Gibson that Mooney struggles to get away, and in fact doesn't beat the fielder at backward point, doesn't get a run. It's 86 for 1 ball left of the 9th over. And where do England go from here? I mean, lots of experience in the side. Is the next World Cup in 2 years' time, presumably? No, I can still see even your Heather Knights still being there in a couple of years. But there's bound to be some change, there always is. Short ball pulled through mid-wicket by Mooney. Just the one, so that does complete the 9th over, and 87 for 1. There's a half a shout for a run out there. I think she's back in her crease. But
it shouldn't have been, but it was. Easy Ollie, I blame Stokes and Baz. Invisible Bob. England haven't beaten the Aussies since 2023. Lockie says goodnight. Banana Brooks, is it a 4-day test match or a 5-day test match?
I think it's only 4 days, I believe.
Invisible Bob, I blame myself for caring so much. Motley, who the fuck stops at Waitrose? Speak to Gary.
That's much closer to this run out than I thought on first view, but she is in, I think.
Tim Walton Davis, I am in a deep and unmoving depression. Rich Turner Music's got a ticket for day 2 at the Lord's Test. Tim Walton Davis, Waitrose is pricey. Yeah, so that's where we are we are up to date.
I'll just say a big shout out to my friend Rich Stagg, who I think has just joined in. He's a recent addition to the Guerrilla Cricket listenership, and he was asking if I think he mentioned that we're way behind the game here. I said I'm getting increasingly annoyed in the Guerrilla Cricket studio.
Who was that who said they're at the test on the day 2?
Rich Turner.
Hi Rich, I will be there too, so wave if you see me.
Very nice. Can't beat a day at the test match, can you? A lovely thing to do.
Yeah, it's my Christmas present. But I'm taking the 2 kids along, and I'm going to try and insist that because it's my Christmas present, that means that my dad and my husband have to look after the kids and I get to watch the cricket.
You just roam around.
We will see how that works out.
How old are the kids now?
1 and 6.
1 and 6.
So it'll be the 1-year-old's first test match.
Oh, beautiful. Round the wicket comes Lauren Bell with a slower ball. Mooney back in the crease, waits for it, and then swipes it away to long on for 1. So will that be 1-year-old's first cricket game at all, or just the first?
Oh no, no. The first time she saw any cricket was, I think, when she was 2 days old. We were at the local cricket club 4 times in her first week, so she's
beautiful.
Quite. In fact, she was actually born to the sound of the county cricket commentary.
How lovely! A full floaty delivery. Litchfield's waiting for that, and she's just timed it back past Lauren Bell, who can't do right for doing wrong at the moment. It's another one of these. Yeah.
She's absolutely hammered that, hasn't she?
She's a great timer of the ball, clearly, and you know, England's plans A, B, C and D have not worked here. Got to try something. I mean, everything is in Australia's favour. Just do something a bit weird and funky, get someone in short. Certainly don't bowl a moon ball. That might be a no ball, actually. Certainly goes for a 1 bounce 4.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
One-way traffic.
Not what you drew up in your head as the bowler there, is it?
Yeah, look, Australia were 2-9 to win this game, so let's get it right. They were heavy favourites. But you come in, don't you, as a supporter of the underdogs, and think we can make this like a real good game. We can make them earn it, and it's like they haven't really been made to work very hard at all. Full ball on leg stump, plays it to mid on, does Litchfield, and that is a dot ball, a rare occurrence.
Well, Somerset have just won against Northamptonshire by 105 runs.
Hey, I'll take that.
We had someone who was listening to us while they were at the ground, didn't we, earlier?
I think that was Brian from Brisbane, who's also from Northampton, who mistakenly said it was Gloucester who were playing there. Anyway, whatever, from the West Country. Litchfield gets a quick single up to mid-on.
Someone from the south.
Yeah. Well, we love Brian. Brian often sends us little gift packs, so he's all right by me. He sends us beer and fast food. God bless him. 97 for 1 it is. 1 ball left of this, the 10th over. Beautiful day at Lord's there. Unremitting sunshine. Apart from in the hearts of the England team. As Mooney is facing up with 41 from 29. A full ball outside the off stump. She backed away, and I think Bell had seen her coming, but she still managed to lay a bat on it and gets an easy single out to deep cover. Completes the 10th over at 98 for 1. Any messages out?
We do. Tony Bishop of this parish add 2 wickets to the score. I mean, why, Tony? Why put yourself through this? Tim Morton Davis says more like add 9 wickets to the score. Motley, just make sure that it's not funky on the dance floor. Banana Brooks goes beep, beep, insert your own expletive. Okay. Brian in Brisbane, for fuck's sake, Northampton all out for 118 in the 16th over.
Katie beat you to it there, Brian, but thank you.
Yeah. And Leah, well, this is looking to be a bit of a canter.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, win probability has now got Australia at 97%.
I think they've undercooked it a bit.
I would love to see that 3% that's remaining. That would be an epic match.
Wouldn't it be incredible? You know, weird things do happen. It is a final, but I mean, Australia appear to be nerveless. They came in from that ball 1 that was hit for 4. This is a full delivery from Lindsay Smith, which is driven by Mooney to long on, and again, an easy single. 99 for 1. We've just started the 11th over.
When you get that blend of youth and experience right, though, you just end up with a collective that have just seen everything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, you know, what the situation is. We've dealt with this before, and we've been successful. It's really difficult to overcome.
But they were so brilliantly disciplined with the ball. The odd, no ball notwithstanding. That is wide. Probably should have left that. Would have been a wide and short. But Litchfield attempts, or in fact succeeds in cutting the ball back to the square. And the 100's up. 100 for 1. 10.2. So brilliantly disciplined with the ball. And they're now playing the sort of no fear cricket. That you're not just looking to win, you're looking to run through the line. There'll be about 5 overs to spare or whatever. There's not leaving anything to chance. This is played to cover point where it's fielded by Mooney. Played that shot. She's got 43 from 32. Litchfield has raced to 40 off 26. She's played a great innings. They both have. 51 required from 57. So barring something extraordinary happening, Australia just going to be crowned champions once again. It's full and play to wide long on. 1 more to the total. 1 more to Mooney. 101 for 1.
Have they still got spider cam there? I thought they replaced that with drones now, but it looks like it's...
I don't know.
They had spider cam at Old Trafford.
Did they?
Oh, switch hit here from Litchfield. She gets all of that. Wow, switch hit for one of these. Got in position early, switched her hands round, absolutely whacked it, and played that as well as... She didn't switch her hands, actually. It was one of those switch hits where she kept her hands as they were, but absolutely nailed it. Hitting to what would have been deep backward point, but she turned it into deep backward square by changing her stance. Brilliantly executed, great skill. 6 runs. Here comes Smith again. A conventional sweep this time that she doesn't get anything or very little on. It just goes nowhere, and no run. She's moved to 46 from 28. Mooney at the other end is 44 from 33. The score 107 for 1 after 11. Ow.
Okay, Invisible Bob, at least the cider boys are smiling. Brian in Brisbane says, Katie, yes, both Northants women's and men's teams had big losses today.
Oh, ouch.
Rich Turner, Will, cider boys are always smiling. Tim Wilton Davies, the Canterbury Tales.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Gray Stokes 666. Litchfield has a Ponting-like reputation as a youngster, very driven. And Motley Von Erich has started singing Spider Cam, Spider Cam.
Does whatever a spider can.
Well, his next line was can't remotely do what a spider can. Is it a spider? Is it a pig?
Spider pig. No, don't start. Now we're starting new over. Eccleston is back into the attack, and Mooney lofts her over the covers. Easy as you like for one of these. And it really is. You just backed away a little bit. The ball was floated, not half decent ball on leg stump, but she's given herself that room and lofted it effortlessly over extra cover.
A very pretty stroke. That.
Yeah, beautifully played. 1-1-1 for 1. So extra Nelson, if you like. Clutching at straws very much there. Flatter delivery. It goes the other way, that one from Eccleston. I don't know if she's got one that goes the other way, but it seemed to off the pitch, and it did beat Mooney on the outside edge. So a tiny, tiny moral victory there for the bowler, but nothing more.
Yeah, it's left her, hasn't it? It's
yeah.
Maybe off the seam, maybe hit the seam or something. Don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely beat a genuine play in this.
Because the ball had shape like it swung away, didn't it?
It was a little bit like a swinger, wasn't it? Yeah. This is turned to mid-wicket where it's fielded. So 2 dot balls in a row, building pressure here, England.
Are these
the squeeze?
Are these your straws?
The squeeze is on.
I think there was a half appeal there. I think purely because it was a good ball.
Yes, exactly. A full ball on leg stump. She's backed away again and played it into the covers, and they take a single. There's one thing I love, and I don't mean this to sound patronising, I genuinely think it's a lovely, endearing quality about this England team. They play with a smile on their face. I love it. I love seeing Lauren Bell and Alice Capsey and Sophie Eccleston, almost regardless of the situation of the match, they'll always find a reason to have a laugh, and I love that, because after all, what's it about if not to enjoy yourself? They know they're losing this game, really. Go out in a blaze of glory. Try something stupid. Try a bouncer, Sophie. She doesn't. There's a switch hit attempt here, but this time Litchfield can't get anything on it. Decent take by Amy Jones. Always a good take, that, when there's lots going on in front of you.
Yeah.
And there's lots of whirling and arms going everywhere. Just keep your eye on that ball. Stay down, take it. 1 ball left of the 12th over. It's 112 for 1. Litchfield has 46 from 29. She faces up to Eccleston. Down the leg side, that probably will be called a wide, and it is called a wide, quite rightly. Nothing on it. So she'll have to bowl that again. 113 for 1, 38 required from 49 balls. Another attempted reverse, can't get anything again, and Litchfield looks annoyed. It just missed the off stump as well. Eccleston not happy, Litchfield not happy, we're not happy. 12 overs gone, 113 for 1 out.
Let's have a look. Tim Walton Davis, Banana Brooks is indeed a drone. Motley, I have 2 tarantulas, one of them as a defence mechanism, fling shit at perceived threats.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I mean...
2 tarantulas?
I would have considered 2 tarantulas to be an extravagant.
I'm not going around Motley's house anytime soon, I'll tell you that for nothing.
Yeah. Do you want a house sit? No.
No, you're all right.
Pass.
So yeah, just the 38 runs required from 48 deliveries. Should be a breeze. I was going to say you've seen stranger things happen, but I can't think of many in the history of history. They're both just bubbling under their 50s, these 2 batters. Mooney's got 49 and she'll be on strike. Charlie Dean bringing herself back on. She has been the captain in Nat Sciver-Brunt's absence and done a pretty good job, I think. Charlie Dean, wholehearted cricketer. I like her a lot.
Rewritten the narrative about herself a little bit.
In what way?
Well, most people would have only known Charlie Dean for being the run-out victim, at the non-strikers end.
I think that's unfair. She's a very good career. That was a high-profile moment for sure. Mooney steers this one just backward of point, and they get one more. That takes her to this.
50 runs. Your 50 runs. Well done, well done, well done, well done. 50 runs. Your 50 runs. The job is only just begun.
Well, the job's nearly done, actually. Maybe if it were this time next week and they were playing a test match, that would be the case. But the job is very nearly done here for Australia. 37 required from 47. Litchfield, who's now on strike, has the chance to join her partner on 50. She's got 46. Charlie Dean's going to bowl to her. Going over the wicket to this left-hander. She uses her feet down the track, defends back to the bowler. There is no run. What can England do here? What will England do? What are they going to try differently? Harry Kiri, I think I heard Tony say over there. Any additions to that? This is wide, too wide, outside the off stump, and indeed called one.
Well, it was
wide.
It was the point I was making about Sophie Eccleston bowling the 8th over.
Yeah. This takes her on the back pad. It pitched outside leg, I'm pretty sure, like that one that was given out, which was a terrible decision, by the way, earlier on. Awful decision, and rightly overturned. That was similar in the sense that it pitched outside leg. She attempted a sweep, did hit her on the pad, but obviously nothing doing from an LBW point of view.
It just seemed like we have a plan and we're sticking to our plan no matter what.
Well, I think that's right.
Rather than trying something different.
Yeah, I suppose how quickly you do try something different. She uses her feet here. Litchfield can't get it away. It's fielded at extra cover, no run. You know, that would have been the England plan. They'd have thought, well, we've got to stick with this plan because, you know, we're committed to it. I think bringing Eccleston on within the power play, they've not done that really, I don't think, in this tournament. They haven't had to, but maybe they could have tried it. I don't know. How early do you go to that? Plan B or C. This is driven through the covers by Litchfield. Gets 2 more, takes her up to 48 runs from 34, and the score to 117 for 1. 1 ball left in the 13th. I think Tone's coming back on after this.
Yeah.
To see through to the bitter end. We shouldn't be bitter, should we? But I feel a bit bitter. It's a 100 partnership as well. Fantastic by these two. And they've just made it look really, really easy. And there's 0 jeopardy for Australia. Litchfield on strike. Can she get her own personal milestone as Charlie Dean's going to completely over? Oh, she's bowled her. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of solace.
The crowd says, the crowd says, the crowd says you're out.
Just a bit quicker, I think, and did her for pace, if anything.
Unfortunately, now we're into the tail because we've got Elise Perry coming in next.
Yes. I know, just the greatest ever women's cricketer there's ever been. I'll jingle her up before I go, and then I think Tone will be with you momentarily.
Right, thanks, everyone.
What? Oh, I'm
Thanks,
still on.
Al. Take care. Thank you, Katie.
Thanks,
Lovely
Al.
to see you.
I believe I'm staying and theoretically on socials, although I'm not entirely sure I can find all of the socials.
Oh, you are
I'll give
too.
it a go.
I'm sorry,
I'll
I'm
give it a
not
go.
required at all. I just assumed I was on. I'm sorry, I'm buggering off then. Okay.
Thank you,
have
Messrs.
a good time at the test match. Bye bye.
Sleep well.
Bye bye, Bessie.
Conversely, I thought I was going, but I'm actually staying. But anyway, let's jingle up the greatest women's cricketer of all time.
She bats and she bowls it and does it with might. The greatest of all time. Don't try to deny. Elise Perry. Oh, hail Elise Perry.
Yep. She had a good tournament, really. Not too bad. Had that injury worry, but here she is, and I would imagine.
Sing a sign with peri peri sauce.
Peri peri sauce, yep. That's down leg, tickled away by Beth Mooney, half fielded by the tall, rangy Lauren Bell, who they call the Shard.
Do they?
They do.
That's great.
But they should have got a single, which will bring, I think, Elise Perry onto strike. So she came in as non-striker. Katie, YouTube is the main thing. If you just find us on YouTube, then you can follow chat there. That's probably all you need.
It's mostly about spiders at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
What a surprise.
You can read them anyway, and that's worked away. Backward a square is going to be fielded. No. Bell half-heartedly chased it. I think that was Lindsay Smith was the other fielder. She dived over it in a true Scottish goalkeeping style. And I'm afraid it's 4 more.
The number of the day. Who could ask for more? The number of the day is 4.
So was Litchfield out just before she got her 50 then? 48 or 49?
She was, but the damage was very much done, wasn't it, I'm afraid. So Beth Mooney's got her 50, 54, and she's inside edge that. She might get 4 more, you know. That's going to skip away down towards that nursery end. And yes, I'm afraid it is 4 more. A very resigned look on the face of Nat Sciver-Brunt. And when they haven't needed luck, but when there's been luck to be had, Katie, they've had it, just like that.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it is skill rather than luck, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, since 2018, between these two teams, in T20s only, Australia have won 11 and England have won 4.
It's just, if you just look at the fielding, England make
that's
mistakes in the field.
Clever bowling, because Beth Mooney had moved across and was followed quite smartly. And the net result is it's a dot ball. It won't ultimately make too big a difference to the result.
Was that a catchable height as it went past her? And the second question is, did she get anything on it? And was there a possibility of run out of the non-strikers end?
I think they're all very fair questions.
Thank you.
I think yes to the first one, and she didn't get a fingertip on it.
Did she not?
Or did she?
Did
Let's
she
have a
not?
Look.
I think she did, ring finger. Ring finger, middle finger.
She seems to rather not extend her arm fully, doesn't she? And it kind of drifts by. I think if he was a goalkeeper and I was a Scottish pundit, I'd go, she's got to be disappointed with that.
Got to be.
Got to be disappointed with that.
Well, I think she has got. So the next question is, was the batter in at the non-strikers end?
Okay, so
we're having a look at all these possibilities.
Wasn't quite. They're just checking to see if it was a drop. And I don't think it was, unless,
it doesn't matter
unless it could be a run out.
That's what I'm talking about, mate.
Yeah. But either way, I don't think she gets anything on that, and looks like I was probably right. So we will move
crazy.
on.
Those pictures look like she absolutely did get something.
Yeah,
on it.
well,
do you remember Mark Wood running out Kane Williamson like that?
Yeah,
and then he sucked the end of his finger in celebration.
See,
we are looking at it.
Oh, we are.
Now we are looking at it. So we were looking at it in the whatever studio, and then the umpires made a signal to look at it again.
Well, England, she'll know if she got anything on it. You would feel that, wouldn't you, Katie?
Well, this is one of those things. People like Michael Vaughan is absolutely convinced. This is if you feel it, if you get bat on it, Michael Vaughan is absolutely convinced that you absolutely do. But he didn't play in a time when the technology existed. So
I think at that point the ball's past her. So we're looking at ultra edge.
That's crazy.
And the ball is already past
the picture absolutely looks like she gets something on it, but it's it lies. The camera does lie.
The deceptiveness of the camera angle. It's not out. Not much going England's way. It's 125 for 2. The target just 150. It's a canter for Australia despite the loss of Phoebe Litchfield. And back steps Mooney, launches this. 1-2 bounces away over long on, and it's 4 more. 22 off 37 is all that is needed. It was over long off, I beg your pardon. It was either way, it was always going to go for 4 down that slope at Lord's, down towards the pavilion, just where it intersects with the new Warner stand. That's turned around the corner, bit of pad, bit of bat, could have been either. As it was, there's a man at short third, so it's not going to net a run. It's a person, a fielder, thank you very much. 16, was it 3-4's 12 off the over, I think. 12 too many for England. Katie, have you managed to locate YouTube?
Yeah, we've got a few comments. Banana Brooks says that she didn't claim it, oddly or honestly. So yeah, he certainly didn't feel it on her fingers. We've got slightly out of date now, losing a final by 9 wickets. That's harsh from Arkady Renko. It's going to be 8 wickets at the worst right now, so, getting better. Rich Turner Music says, Dino! And then we've got a bit of a discussion about spiders. Motley says, full disclosure, I used to be that scared of spiders, I would have to go phone my dad to come over and evict them. I got my first one to help me get over that fear, and I had 5 recently, so safe to say I'm over it.
Well, I had a nest of spiders on my ceiling. I looked up and I was worried. I thought, oh, is that mould? Hopefully not. It's literally above where I sit on my sofa. And I looked up at the ceiling. I thought, is that mould? Surely not. There can't be. It's not water, I hope. So I had to get up onto the arm of the sofa.
Oh, this sounds horrendous.
And it was literally a newly hatched load of them. So there's probably about 50 tiny baby spiders, all scurried to all points. I managed to
fell on your head.
All sweep up most of them. As far as I know, the fact is, where I now sit in the lounge, I'm constantly thinking, I'm sure there's a few of them.
Don't fall asleep there with your mouth open.
No, waiting to pop out at me.
I'm not an arachnophobe, but that sounds absolutely horrendous.
I mean, they're teeny tiny. I mean, Mum was there, and she was a bit bigger, but she wasn't. She wasn't a big spider. Anyway, no, it's not what you want. Not ideal, and not what you want. It will be 5 in a row for Australia if they go on to win this. It's hard to imagine they won't. If 5 in a row, if you count the warm-up game that they played just before.
Oh, 5 in a row against England, you mean?
Yeah.
What about number of T20 World Cups they've won in recent years?
Well, this will be number 7
in history.
In 7. Okay, you want me to look at
the holders?
The only one they haven't won
New
recently
Zealand,
was the last one.
Oh, New Zealand won the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And Australia don't hold the one-day World Cup either, so I think they're feeling rather lost not being current holders of either.
Well, they tend to win them in groups of 3, so they won 3, missed out on 1, won another 3, missed out on 1. Rather ominously, this could then, if that trend continues, this would be
the first of 3.
Another group of 3 again, which wouldn't be great. I mean, you feel that this game was lost in the power plays, I've got to say. Yep. England was so undercooked at 39 for 2, and then Australia demonstrated that with 62 for 1.
I talked about the respective strike rates of some of the individuals in the teams. I thought that could be a difference. But it's been so one-sided. It's not even been that marginal thing.
But it's going to be Charlie Dean. See her shake on the movie screen. Charlie Dean, and she's bowling to Elise Perry, who has a little, almost involuntary little flick at this. A little bit cross with herself, wanders away to have a bit of a head wobble and a word with herself, because she knows that was a wrong shot to a ball that was just pretty much went on with the arm.
Yeah.
Just past her off stump it was. Thrown up, outside edge, it's going to go towards point, but they'll get a single. The target will tick down by 1. Attendance today, 28,000, nearly 29,000 at Lords. So you have to say
fabulous.
That is a fabulous triumph for women's cricket generally.
Lords is looking huge these days, isn't it?
Great, isn't it?
Well, I think it looks pretty good. But I think that all the development has been done tastefully, if I can call it that.
Yeah, it's great.
I think the Compton and Edrich stands look great. I think from what I've seen of the Warner, although don't know if they've got the roof on it now. But even before they had the roof, you could see the shape it was starting to take. That one's drilled, fielded by Lindsay Smith. Everybody's falling. England bodies are falling. It's like the Somme. Bodies everywhere, but the single is not prevented. And it's 130 for 2.
I think everyone looks a bit happier than they were at the Somme, to be honest. Probably the weather. If they were playing this in mud, then they'd probably be just as miserable. But.
Yeah, well, one of Richie Benno's great...
there wasn't a single there.
I was completely wrong. That's thrown up really wide as Beth Mooney had moved across. Signalled as wide by our umpire.
Yeah, even though Litchfield had gone way across their crease there, you can't be flinging it outside those blue lines.
No, you can't. 20 needed off 33. Back steps Mooney, slaps it to backward point. They do take a single that time. Now, if anything, they should have taken one last time and didn't, because they sort of changed their mind halfway through. That one was much tighter, but they ran it very well, and they have added one more to the score. Well, so 29,000 best. I mean, call it that. It's 28,800 and something. Is a fantastic thing for women's cricket. I think that is one thing definitely to celebrate. Down the track comes Elise Perry. Have some of them apples. That's gone for 4 more. This game is rushing to its conclusion.
But I think a lot of the group stage games were quite well attended as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been one of the big differences.
And not sidelines to, dare I say it, some of the smaller county grounds. All played at major venues too.
You say that, but I really feel sorry for Taunton because they have backed women's cricket for years and they completely sell it out. And it's not a small ground, and they haven't had a single game this World Cup, which just seems unfair.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Charlie Dean worked nicely off her legs by Perry. Too long or too mid-on. Another single taken. 14 is what they need. Another first. But something these umpires share, the two umpires, Jacqueline Wilson and Vrinda Ratini, both the first umpires in their respective countries to umpire men's games at a senior level.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I think is also quite cool. I thought that was quite interesting. You can tell I spent Friday taking my other half to do one of her presentations on gender pay gap. So I've had to drink the Kool-Aid on all issues in that area. 14 is what Australia need from 30 balls. What a walk in the park that should be. I mean, even if you added 5 wickets to the score, I think they'd still do it.
Other side of the fence says boring, too one-sided. Australia doing it with ease, as I expected. And George McPherson says England have lost this.
Well, the Eckler's coming back into the attack.
Thanks, George.
What difference will it make? Again, we're focusing on the DJ. Left arm, she comes around the wicket. And that was just not really worked away at all. Sort of bit of pad, bit of bat. Down on the 45, there's no run. I remember there was the thing called, was it the She Believes Cup? No, that's football. But it was something held in Dubai and in the UAE, and a tournament, and that one's worked away to leg. And I got to interview a number of players who were playing in that, one of which was Sophie Eccleston. This must have been 5 years ago, I think now. And at the time, she was absolutely adamant. I genuinely don't think, she said, we are that far off Australia.
Yeah.
Which kind of bears out what I think you were saying, Grubby, and I think Katie might have been saying as well. We aren't, but on the big occasion, we are. Cut to backward point, no run. She's fighting to the end is Sophie with a smile on her face. I think she knows, sorry, Grubs.
Right.
I think she knows all is lost, but she's a professional and she is not going to give it up. Make it easy. Although this is beautifully worked away, they take an easy single to mid-wicket in front of that grandstand. And it becomes 12 off 26, 139 for 2. Elise Perry with her, I'm sure she's fully aware of her quads, but doesn't seem inclined to want to retire hurt. She's on 7 off 6, a fantastic knock from Beth Mooney, 64 off 48. That's very full from Eccleston. Well fielded too on the tumbling dive at mid-off. Who was that? Did we see? It's a lovely stop.
Was it Nat? Might have been Nat.
Was it the skipper doing a skipper's job? Leading right to the end.
At mid-on.
Yeah. It was a good dive too.
I've been quite enjoying on the when I've listened to alternative commentary.
Now that is a decent shout. No, says...
unmoved.
They're going to review it,
Umpire Rathi.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, why wouldn't you at this stage? Yeah, we're going to...
That was out, that was definitely out. Was that definitely out? I don't know.
Katie, you were saying, sorry.
I was saying I've quite enjoyed listening to Catherine Sitterbrunt commentating when Nat Sitterbrunt is particularly batting. She is absolutely unable to be even slightly neutral or just even slightly removed from it. She is playing every ball.
Yeah, she can't watch, can she?
It's great.
funny.
They've obviously not been married long enough. You wait till they've been married a bit longer. She'll find plenty to say that's wrong. Mind you, I don't suppose Nat Sither-Brunt will be necessarily playing in another 10 years. 140 for 2. That was a very optimistic appeal to my eyes. I could be wrong, but neither Perry nor Mooney seem remotely concerned. It would be Beth Mooney who would be for the chop in the unlikely event that this review is successful. England don't have the demeanour about them of expectancy either, do they? Let's be honest.
I mean, you may as well, even though your eyes tell you it probably isn't. It's probably going down leg. There's a chance she's got a bit of bat on it as well. But, you know, why not? At least, at the very least, delaying the inevitable.
Well, here's what will tell us. Let's have a look. It pitches in line, mind you. Is there any inside edge? I don't think there is. Oh, no, I think it's past the bat, and the little snick on ultra edge is when it thumps the pad, isn't it? So England may be onto something here, and we might be wrong.
Yeah. We've been wrong before, Tone. That's for sure.
Really? Was I here when that happened?
I know you like to focus on the positives.
Yes.
And park the negatives. But we definitely have been wrong before.
Well, I think England turning up at Lord's suddenly think they're Middlesex playing T20. I think that's part of the problem. Hence, it's all gone to shit.
Got a couple of messages on YouTube. Is it actually coming through finally?
Should be.
Sitting around waiting to hear if this is given out or not. They're really taking their time, aren't they?
They really are, yeah. Yeah, if you've got a message or two there, you may as well.
Other side of the fence. Oh, apparently you had been sending messages and they hadn't been coming through, so it is now on the right. It's now working, fortunately. Marcus Fox says, proud of our Aussie girls.
That's out. It's gone. Review retained.
Well.
England have got a wicket.
Wow.
Well bowled, Sophie Eccleston. It's a beautiful ball, actually.
Another one bites the dust.
Plenty of flight.
I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
Bit of dip at the end.
Just 10 overs too late.
Well, 10 overs and about 4 other wickets too late, sadly. But nonetheless, England are fighting up until they come fight no more. It's 140 for 3 now. Beth Mooney's gone for an excellent 64. Family, friends and others of an Aussie gold or Aussie green disposition are giving her the warmest round of applause, as are the Lord's members. She skips like a spring lamb through the long room and up the steps to the dressing room.
Presumably that'll make her player of the match, will it, do you think?
Yeah.
If that was me, I would walk as slowly as possible through the long room and enjoy the applause.
Yeah.
She might have needed a wee.
Right, the new batter.
She might have done.
Roll out the Gardner. Well, it's not her going to be facing, because it's going to be Elise Perry who's going to face this delivery, which is bowled around the wicket. Pushed to mid-on, fielded by Alice Capsey. We're watching that delivery again. Look at the dip she gets on that ball. It's absolutely superb. That's drilled away, though. That's beaten mid-off. It's gone for 4 more. Runs down now just to 7.
It's just another 4.
It'll be quite fitting, I guess, if Elise Perry hits the winning runs in this. I wouldn't be at all surprised if she's already done that in a final.
That's drilled and caught, I think. Taken on the dive. Sophie Eccleston's got one. She throws the ball in the ground in anger. I think she's thinking too little, too late.
The crowd says you're out.
She was
4 down now for Australia, and I think that was real anger from Sophie Eccleston.
Yeah.
As England realised, why couldn't we have done this a few overs ago? 7 needed off 22. 2 really quick wickets have fallen.
Are they checking the catch?
Well, I think they might be, but I don't think Sophie Eccleston has got any doubt at all
she
should
was
she have it.
convinced.
It looked bang out to me. Mind you, we've said that about one before and we got it utterly wrong. Elise Perry's having to wait. I mean, she will have had a great view of it. Let's have a look. Sophie dives forward.
Oh, that's easily out.
Scoops it up well before it's off the ground, hits the ground. Very well done, her. And
She's taken some good catches.
Is out.
Took a couple of good ones, didn't she, in the semi-final as well?
Well, remember she had that. Who was it? She had the big spat with about her fitness and her mobility.
Was it Alex Hartley?
Alex Hartley.
She refused an interview with
during
her.
the Ashes. Formerly mates, and Alex Hartley had been quite pointed about the fact that she was
fitness, wasn't it?
Arguably carrying some timber. Ooh, well, we're having another look at this. To me, that looked out. I think
you've got to see the side on as well. We're looking at one of those front on ones where you get all that foreshortening and whatever going on. It looked, when we first saw the replay, didn't it, Katie, that it just went straight in.
Inches off the ground, I would say.
It's what it looked like.
It wasn't even like you just get your fingers underneath it. It was probably the fingers weren't touching the ground when the ball went into the hand.
But I think to be 100% sure, we might have to see it from a side-on angle if we've got one.
Well, they see that. When you see that, it looks absolutely out. We're watching the ball in freeze frame motion. I think she squidges the fingers underneath it. But the frame that you would see it actually hitting the turf is the missing frame. Bizarrely, isn't it?
Well,
it's almost like you see it.
I think it of course it would be missing because it didn't happen. Like,
decision still pending. Not out. They've given it not out.
Just fuck off.
That's ridiculous.
And Grubby's possibly knows.
That was
Sophie Eccleston. Well, she was ticking when taking the catch. She's going to be ticking even more now.
That is a fucking shit decision.
That is
I thought you were going to play the fuck off jingle. That's where I thought you were going. Well. Third umpire Kim Cotton, daughter of Dot.
Fuck off! Just fuck off!
Hang your head, Kim Cotton.
Very poor decision.
That really is.
I don't know how you can make that decision with any degree of certainty. We all thought it looked absolutely off the ground. They didn't even look at another angle. Fuck off. Stop laughing.
Marvellous sportsmanship.
Mr. says that's bullshit. That was out.
Well, I think we all feel that. The point is, would it have made any difference?
No, it wouldn't.
No.
But it's just worsened my mood, if that's possible.
And it would have given Charlie Dean another wicket because he's already got one, hasn't she? Anyway, we're going to move on. 7 needed. Round the wicket.
It's Lindsay Smith who's bowled.
Oh, Lindsay Smith. Beg your pardon.
When you said that, I thought you meant 7 wickets needed, which is also accurate. But
well, this is very true. We're watching this again real time. Forward comes Sophie.
That is
absolute fucking bollocks.
That's out. Well, the one thing you aren't going to see many of out there, to be fair, Grubby, is fucking bollocks. But there we go. Sophie can't believe it. She's put her dark glasses on, pulled her cap down, and she goes, "Get me off this field before I kill someone." That's worked nicely off her legs by Gardner. She's away. One of only 4 Indigenous Australians to play Test cricket is Ashley Gardner. Faith Thomas.
We'll give her a little jingle.
Jason Gillespie and Scott Boland, the other 3. Elise Perry. Pulled straight to mid-wicket. Nat Siver-Brunt does the job that needed to be done. So 5 needed off 18 balls. So 3, which is 3 overs. Obviously, we can go back to Katie.
Mostly, so we've got Greystoke saying collapse, and Banana Brook saying Perry get off, and then Banana Brook saying wow WTF, which I think.
Well, I think we're all feeling that
quite well.
It's just a sense that.
That
it's not going to go England's way, but I don't
think. If we only needed 6 wickets, I think this would have been right in the balance. But now we need 7.
No one bowler's taken more than 1 wicket in this game.
That's very true.
Oh, good stat.
That's very true. Both very strong spin sides, to be honest.
Australia only 95% chance of winning now.
Oh, the 2 lads in the pub, they must have drunk something that's or sniffed something that's made them go slightly haywire. What?
Before we get to the end, Katie, I'm going to give you something another interesting stat.
In comes Sophie Eccleston, lofted. Is that going to be it in one hit? No, it's going to fall. Plug might be stopped. It is. It's brilliantly dragged back.
Nice.
3 England fielders right to the death converge to do all they can to take this game as deep as they can. And, well, you've got to commend that effort when, you know...
Yep.
When
Standards.
When the water's already up to the funnel. And that's, dear. Unfortunately, that went down leg. It was a swing and a miss. Doesn't matter. It's going to be ended, I think, with 4 byes. And Australia have made 153 for 3. The target was 151. They've done it with 2 overs and 5 balls to spare. Poor day out for England. They needed to be at their absolute best. They weren't. Australia are relentless, professional,
absolutely,
and just
100%.
hard to beat.
100% deserved. They're absolutely phenomenal. So on a completely different topic, Katie, as we were talking about interesting sort of statty things, in the second men's test that's just happened against New Zealand, I noticed that England had Cox, Roux and Gay, and I thought, well, that's quite a low number of surname letters. And I totted it up, and there were a total of 55 surname letters in that England 11. And I wondered whether there's ever been a team, an 11, for England.
That's a great one. I like that.
That's had fewer surname letters. I bet there hasn't.
I've looked for smallest number of syllables before, because we had a period when everyone, Cook, Roots, Broad,
Trot, Bell,
Swan.
Yes.
Yeah, they were all. Yeah.
And how did you go with that research?
Oh, I can't remember. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, the actual number of letters, that's a good call. But we do seem to breed very short surnamed cricketers in the UK.
But I can't believe that Roux and Cox getting back in the 11 soon, so do you know what I mean? But an average of 5 per person.
That is very low. That is very low.
Even
when I graduated, out of all the graduands, I had the smallest number of letters in my name, because I've only got 9 letters in my full name. But yeah, my surname Scott is a pretty short one, but that would be just completely average in that team.
Just completely average. That's it. Yeah. So anyone out there can think of any low surname lettered 11s? Please let us know.
Although I very much hope you're wrong about Roux, because I would love to see him having a long and illustrious England career.
Oh, I think he will definitely be back at some point. Whether he will be in at the same time as Cox, which was...
Well, you might get 2 Roux. That'll keep the letter average down, wouldn't it?
2 Roux, Cox and Gay. I mean, then now we're cooking. Now we're getting close to the record.
Now we're cooking on 3 letters.
But, Atkinson would have to be out of the side.
Oh,
yeah.
Another night out in a nightclub. I'd see to that.
Anyway... Back to the game in hand.
Well, back to the game in hand. It has been, let's be honest, deservedly and comprehensively won by Australia. I'm looking at...
at least...
Oh, blimey, Middlesex have actually won a T20 game. I don't believe it. I was looking at the wrong scorecard. I was going to go, so what? There we go. Well, there we are. Into every light, there's a small, every dark cloud has a chink of light somewhere, doesn't it? Right, back at this game. Let's have a look.
At no point did I really feel nervous, because it just didn't at any point really feel like England were even slightly on top.
No,
so
they weren't.
That's a silver lining.
As I say, the power plays told the story. 39 for 2 England, 62 for 1 Australia. 58 from that Siva Brunt really was the only part of... Freya Kemp kept her company and actually was the more belligerent with her 44 off 28. But as you rightly say, Grubby, 4 wickets down was all they lost, but they just had such control. 1 for 20 for Kim Garth, 1 for 19 for Lucy Hamilton, 1 for 32 for Sophie Molyneux, probably the more, and 1 for 34 for Annabelle Sutherland. None for 9 off 2 for Georgia Wareham, none for 32 by Ashley Gardner. But it was enough to keep England well in check. Beth Mooney's 64 and Phoebe Litchfield's 48 really broke the back of any chance that England had, even though they got the early wicket of Georgia Vell, who was chopped on, I think, if I remember rightly, to Lauren Bell,
Georgia
Booney, Georgia Vell, Beth Mooney, LBW to Sophie Eccleston, right near the death. Phoebe Litchfield was bowled by Dean. Elise Perry, one of the not-out batsmen. Ashley Gardner, the other.
Shouldn't have been not out.
50, shouldn't have been not out. There was that great catch by Eccleston. We still can't believe it.
Mystifyingly not
but it
good.
did not affect the result. 153 for 3. They comfortably made. Pick of the England bowlers. Probably. Well, Charlie didn't bowl well. 1 for 28.
Yeah.
Lauren Bell didn't bowl badly, although she was
she was very expensive,
when she
I thought
went
she,
for nearly
to
13.
be fair, I thought she did bowl.
No, she didn't bowl well.
Not so
She lost the plot for a bit. None for 30 for Lindsay Smith. She went at under 8. Anything under 8 is good. None for 22 off 2 was pretty expensive for Freya Kemp. 1 for 24 off 3.1 for Sophie. So 7.5, and none for 7 off just the 1, which obviously is 7. But well, it's been fun for us to do. We'd have loved the result possibly to be different, but a 29
or at least a bit closer would have been quite nice.
Closer. But a beautiful day at Lord's, a fully packed house, a chance to cover the pinnacle of women's cricket at its finest, which both of these sides certainly do represent. I hope the global TV viewing figures were good. I hope we've done our bit to help to promote the game for women in cricket, which, let's face it, has just changed beyond all recognition probably in the last 7-8 years. Do you reckon, Katie, in terms of its
it really
profile?
has. Yeah, and just in terms of that players being properly, fully professional, that this is their job, it's not a part-time job, and that's really quite a recent thing. More recent than you kind of remember when you think back on it. But still, I would say much as there has been some progress, women still don't play first-class cricket. Almost never do you see women in white playing test matches.
Well, they are going to. Well, England and India are going to be playing a test match at Lord's.
We have
I think.
one at Lord's next weekend, which is going to be amazing. But it's just so rare. And honestly, I think it's a 4-day test match, and whether it goes to 4 days, being Lord's, which we know has had issues, and also just because those players just don't play long format cricket. So are they going to be in a state to be able to play 4 days of cricket, to just block out and grind and build a big innings, just because they haven't done that for years? Like they maybe do it once a year.
Well, let's hope they haven't been watching the men too closely. Or certainly
you're not ever going to see the best possible level of first-class cricket when they don't ever play it. So, I mean, for me, I think there's been huge advances certainly in the last decade for women in cricket. But everyone in the men's game pays lip service at least to how Test cricket is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And women still aren't allowed to play it. So until that actually starts being a bit more equalised, I don't think women are really ever going to be anywhere near have the opportunity.
Well, we're seeing Shelley Nietzsche being interviewed on TV. She was in the semi-final side that lost to England, in which Charlotte Edwards also played. I think she'll be feeling she's well and truly got her own back.
For sure, but just back to your point there, Katie, about women in first-class cricket, it does feel like it's a bit of a longer-term project, and I don't know whether there are any plans in place to do that, but it needs that infrastructure that has existed for however many years in the men's game. It needs that infrastructure, doesn't it? It needs counties to commit to.
Well, the regrouping of the counties and the way that they've gone sort of first class, first, second, and 3 effectively divisions for women has been done with that in mind. Some of the selection criteria about who went into which groups, I think, was a bit iffy here and there, but that was the thinking behind that. I'm going to be fascinated by how well that test goes. I would love it to be a close 4-day game with everything riding on the last 2 hours with all 3 results possible, and I also hope it gets well covered and well broadcast and well followed. We'll certainly be all over it, but I'm not sure we're resourced to do the 4 days ball by ball with other things that are going on. In fact, I know we're not, sadly, but we are very happy to have done today. Right, shall we say a fond farewell? Katie, it's been an absolute delight to have you with us. Hopefully you'll be back again now.
Love to, yeah. Let me know when and where, and I will see what I can do.
You will be back onto the relentless stream of emails that get increasingly desperate from the official wrangler for Guerrilla Cricket, so you can expect a few of them. Thank you for your time and for joining us all today. Thank you to Will, of course. Thank you to Messi. And thank you to Al and to Grubby. And thank you most importantly to you. Become a patron of Guerrilla Cricket. So many benefits that go to our website, guerrillacricket.com. You'll find them detailed there. It helps us to keep cricket free across the internet in places often where they don't enjoy any other ways to follow it. So all the help you can give us there is both rewarded but received with huge gratitude by us. We're going to see you Tuesday for the next men's T20 against India. In the meantime, take care. Well played, Australia.
Cheers.
Hi.
Guerrilla Cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla Cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla.
Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time has come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick Guerrilla Cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, Guerrilla Cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. We would not give up the ghost when they